Oh! Oh, shit, y'all. Here we are. We're back again. Back for another Thursday evening full album spotlight. It's good to see you guys. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. We got Christmas coming up. Hope everybody's got their shit together. I'm going the easy route this year for Christmas. I'm going to do all gift cards and straight up cash. I'm going to do some Merry Christmas. Here's some PayPal money. Send some Venmo over to some people. Not going to do any physical shopping this year. Not going to go on Amazon or go out to the box store and pick up some stuff. I'm straight up going the easy route. Because honestly, don't most people just want money or a gift card? Just let them get whatever they want. And you can say, hey, nice shirt. They say, hey, you bought it for me. And I'll go, obviously I got great taste. I got exactly what it is you wanted, didn't I? Yes. It's good to see you guys. Who we got in the chat? Who we got? George is in the house. Jason, it's good to see you, homie. Jason's over on Twitch. No, he's on Insta. And he does these cool streams where he shows he's DJing live at like a club, and he's got like a board. It looks like the cockpit of a jet. It's about 7,000 buttons and all these turntables and digital spinning things and lights flashing. Guy does a really good job over there. I enjoy watching you when you spin those steel wheels. George is in the house. Good to see you, George. Randy. That's right, Randy. Granicus today, man. We got some early 70s, 1973, Cleveland hard rock. You guys are going to dig it. Brother John's in the house. Good to see you, Brother John. Hope everything's going good. Mick's in the house. Good to see you, Mick. Darren, good to see you, homie. Cameron. Good to see you, Cameron. Thanks for stopping by. Now, don't go nowhere, Cameron. You might even dig this kind of stuff. Might be old fuddy-duddy music, but who knows? You might dig it. Pretty heavy, hard rock stuff. I think you guys are going to dig it. Adrian. Hey, yo, Adrian, it's like a billion of them. Good to see you. Who else we got? I want to say hi to everybody in here before I get started. I got my monologue set up here. Do a short monologue this time. Not going to wrap your ear for, 25 minutes. Hey, Black Quicksand, what's happening, homie? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Boingo's in the house. Boing! Right there? Yeah. I'm going to tell you all about that incense, too. Came from a special place. Came from an island. It came all the way from an island. And it probably went up in an airplane, and then came back down in the States, and then went in an envelope, and it came all the way from the other side of the country right here to the lair. And I'm really digging it. Good stuff. Miss You's in the house. Good to see you, Miss You. Thanks for hyping me up. Appreciate it. Bringing all the fresh faces over to the show. Michael Pilmer just had a good show. He burped about 46 times. That's no record. I think he burped, 70 times once. I'm going to get Michael a gift card to a gastrologist for Christmas. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool? We're going to cure his burps, and then Hugh's not going to have anything to do. Good to see you, Michael. Great show. Enjoy your show, man. Excellent content. I might just do a whole show. Hey, you might be in some competition, homie. I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just come up here. I won't do anything, but I'll just respond to comments all night. What do you think? Does that sound like an original idea, Michael? It's not. That's your idea. That's your idea, man. Yeah, so it's good to see everybody. All right, we got a lot of comments. People are saying hi to each other. Sean Spins, hey, Sean, how you doing? Hey, keep on punching, buddy. Keep on punching. What happened with George? Oh, AZ Mick, what happened to Mick? Mick okay? I hope you're okay, Mick. Yeah, they are hip, right? Mike, the gastrologists, they're like the new brain surgeons, you know what I mean? They're like witch doctors, man. The things they can do by just pushing on your abdomen, they go, oh, you got parasites. You've been snuggling any cats? That's what he's going to ask you, Mike. You've been snuggling any feral cats lately? And you're going to be like, or eating dollar store cheese balls, which I recommend, Michael, if you're going to eat dollar store cheese balls in the future, just eat the bag. It's probably more nutritious than the actual cheese balls inside. Yeah, so I hope everybody's having a good week. I am having the month from hell. I've had to work the last 2 weekends. I have not had days off in fucking weeks. I had one day off on a Monday, and all I had to do, I just caught up on everything. I didn't have a second to myself on Monday, so I technically did not have the day off. Last 2 weekends I worked. This weekend, guess what I got to do? If you guessed work, you're right. I got to pull yet a third fucking weekend. This weekend, I'm getting burned out. I'm getting burned out. I'm burning out. I'm getting tired. But having said that, all I got is tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday, and then I got 2 full weeks off, maybe a little bit more. So I'm just trying to stay strong. Just trying to push through, man. I'm trying to push through. What's up, Bill? Good to see you, homie. The word is fatigue. That's the word of the night, fatigue. But I'm pushing through, Bill. I'm pushing through. We got a few days off, a few more days here to work, and then got myself some extended time off. So, absolutely. So, yeah, it's good to see everybody. That is the price, Darren. Yeah, you think you got days off, and you go to try to plan for days off. Say, I got the weekend. Then end of the week comes. And go, hey, do you mind? Hey, by the way, do you mind coming in Saturday and Sunday and working on my house? While we bake cookies and we hang with our kids and we have a great old time laying back on the couch on our tablets and watching TV, you mind working in our house? We'll give you a bottle of water. And I go, hey, sure, what the fuck do I got to do? I got no life. I got no extracurricular activities. I got no friends. I got nothing to do. Sure, why not? Why not? What's up, Eric? Good to see you, homie. I just got your request over on IG. I'm going to hit you up on that soon. Hope you're doing all right, bud. Eric's got himself a new job. He's out there working, pounding the pavement, as it were, and it's good to see you, homie. Good to see. You keep on rocking. Yes, so a couple more days off and I'm good to go. Hey, you see this incense behind me? It's not my standard everyday precious sandal. Adrian sent me over some incense, and it came all the way from the islands, as they say. Kalamalakalaki, or something relative to that. Some kind of Kalaki island. Maui, maybe something like that. And she got me some incense from way over in Hawaii, and it went on an airplane, and it landed, and then it went in an envelope, and then it came all the way across the country, over here to the East Coast, and right into my place. Right, look at this. This came from Hawaii, this stuff right here. And you can smell it. You can smell the poi. The place is fragrant with poi right now. So, hey, no problem, Michael. I'll be right over. It's not like I got anything to do. I'll tell you what. You invite your family and friends over, and you have a good old time. You make them dinner, and you eat, and you kick back and watch some TV, listen to some records, and I'll just work. Don't worry about me. I got nothing going on. Don't worry about me. Okay, do that. Do that. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. Kimbo, how you doing? Good to see you, Kimbo. Hope you're having a killer week. All in all, it's been a good month, actually. But I like to be busy, and honestly, I'm going to complain about not having work. Probably when a few days goes by, I'll be antsy and walking around and probably inventing things to do. So just when you get too much going on, it overwhelms a guy's brain, you know what I mean? The back's good. It's the brain. It starts to get burned out. So, yeah, the always lovely Kimba's in the house. And here's some virtual cherries for you. Now, if you noticed, I spun my camera around because I'm used to going like this, and it goes this way. But then in StreamYard, it says reverse the camera angle. So now I point left, and my arm goes left. I point right, my arm goes right. Talk about the epitome of technology. We're talking about high production values here on the show. Well, I'll tell you what, Michael. I'll come over and we'll wear our inverted crosses right here. We'll put on our crosses. We'll eat some deviled eggs. and we'll burn some logs and maybe some baby heads in the fireplace. And we'll roast some marshmallows over some burning doll heads. How's that sound? We'll just sit back and relax and have a good holiday. Yeah, so glad you guys are. I'm going to assume everybody's having an okay week. Now, what I've got for you, and before one more thing before I start, because you know I gotta do my monologue, and then I gotta do my shameless plugs for the show. What we got coming up tomorrow is my favorite band from Philadelphia, Stinking Lizaveta. They're playing a live show over in Phillytown tomorrow, and they're going to stream the show live. I snagged up an invite, and I'm going to be streaming their live stream tomorrow night. So if you want to come by tomorrow night, around the same time. No, wait, actually it's going to be early because I think they go on. Look at, check my channel and you'll see what time it is. I think it's 8:30, something like that. So before the show, come on by. Oh, that's the fun. Oh, because I turn it sideways now. On my font's backwards. Okay, so I'm going to play you some Stinking Lizaveta stuff before the show. Maybe I'll just have to go back to the other way because everything's backwards. But come on by. I think it's 7:30. Come on by. We're going to play some Stinking Lizaveta while we wait for Stinking Lizaveta to go live. And then, boom, we're going to go right live to Stinking Lizaveta. Let me flip this around now because everything, the font's backwards. So we'll deal with it. I'll hit the Bizarro Tech team up later on. We'll get that taken care of. Dobby's in the house. What's up, Rylos? Rylos just got himself a man cave. He's got this like old chicken coop in the backyard. He turned into like a man cave. He's got candles in there and lights and turntables and stuff, and he's got a place to hide. Everybody needs a place to hide. What are you guys drinking tonight? I got my Skull Hand glass, and I got me some. Can you hear what I have in there? Do you know by the sound what I have in there? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Margarita. Got a couple wedges of lime in there. Kicking back and gonna relax a little bit with you guys. I miss anybody? No, I don't think I missed anybody. Vodka shots and hard seltzer. Well, you don't want soft seltzer. Isn't that just water? Isn't soft seltzer just water? Yeah, so come on by tomorrow night. I'm going to play some killer South Philly trio-based instrumental goodness, math rock, really good shit. More progressive, I'd say, than math rock. Progressive. We'll call it progressive rock. Ethereal, spacey, yes, all that stuff. So don't miss it. Noisy Beast is in the house. When you think about a beast, the last thing you think about is a quiet beast, right? Like they'd be this snarling, noisy. They're all really noisy. They're not one to deal with noise ordinances, or they don't stop at like 7 or 9 at night when everybody sits down. They're extremely noisy. Yeah, you got to have a noisy beast in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going good for you, noisy beast. Foam. That's right, foaming. Like you get a couple Alka-Seltzers in there. It's just foam just pouring out. Don't let this guy bite you or scratch you. You end up with some kind of disease. Noisy Beast is he's gonna gnaw on your elbow when you try to run away. Yeah, so tonight I've got some early. Yeah, this says Granicus. I'm flipping this motherfucker around. All right. It's good in one aspect and not good in another. So come on now, bear with me for 1 second. Here we go. Hold on, ready? Boom, look at that. Ready? Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. How's that sound? Okay. Now we're back to where we are normally. Everything is backwards. But now I can show you this album and you can read it. I'm going to play you some Granicus tonight, and this is our full album spotlight tonight. This is 1973, Cleveland, Ohio. Hard. Look at this cover. Is you getting an idea what we got going on here? Look at this cover. Dude's got double bass. He's got double rack toms. Dude is just jamming. Look at him floating in the air. They're like floating. This is some really cool shit. This is heavy. This got some heavy elements to it. It's good shit. And that's right. That's right. Plop, plop. Flip, flop. We're flipping and flopping back and forth. So this is what we're going to play tonight. All you see are bell bottoms. You don't see like a double bass and heavy, like this drummer's saying, hey, look at me, motherfucker. I don't have one kick. I've got double. And that was kind of a rare thing in 73, John, the double bass. So he's trying to tell you something, John. He's not telling you he was wearing bell bottoms. As a matter of fact, I don't think they want you to even look at the bell bottoms. They want you to look at the bass rig and the P bass and the Gibson and whatever the Fenders he's got and the double bass kicks. He got the double kick and the double rack. He's probably got like a 16 or an 18-inch floor toms he's jamming on. Really good shit. So, I hope you all got your cold snacks. You got your cold snacks set up? Here's cheers to you guys. Well, boom. Look how clear that is. You can see right through it. Nope. Here's to you guys. This full album spotlight brought to you by Patron. Get that off my lip. I'm saving that for later. I want it right now. All right. So you guys ready? Let's kick back and listen to some really good music. And then maybe when I'm all done, maybe we'll snag a few people up here. We'll bring a couple people up to hang out, talk for a little while. I'm going to forget that I have obligations. We're going to kick back and have a great time tonight. Enjoy the music, because really that's what matters. Live in the now. Don't worry about tomorrow till tomorrow comes. Live right in the now. Know what I'm saying? Here we go. I think we're set. Yep, we're set. Let's hit it, guys. Enjoy. Yeah, you like that shit, huh? Man, this guy's got a high voice. Eat your heart out, Getty. Woo! Right around the same time. I wonder who's first.
Sometimes when I feel sing my song at all, to find some spirit within me that's been long gone. Been too many people with their mouths open wide. I'll tell you right now, my friends, you won't hear me cry. If they ask for another line, I'll just pantomime.
There you go. Side one, 1973. He is getting railed, musically railed, and not by someone with an ED. This guy is it's like a baby's arm holding an apple. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All the lady tents out there know what I'm talking about. Baby's arm holding an apple. That's what he sounds like to me. So yeah, that's side one, Granicus. If you just showed up, you missed the whole side. What are you, fucking sleeping? Got your granny panties on? You sleeping in the corner? You know, old people, they can't really regulate their body heat. That's why they always want, like, the room about 150 degrees. And you wonder why some of these older folk spontaneously combust. And they find them later, and there's just like a couple calves at the rocking chair. Because they can't regulate their heat. Old pair of granny panties and a couple of shriveled up calves at the bottom of the reclining chair. Yeah, this is Granicus. This is Ohio-based rock. This is early 1973. Somebody threw out Rush's first album came out in 74. So we can say that this guy, maybe, Randy said it's Geddy Lee's brother. Maybe it's Eddie Lee, possibly. But yeah, a fucking banger. And that last song, that was like an 11-minute epic song. You know? Bring back the days of the 11-minute song, the 11-minute plus song. Side two, nothing but one song. Yes, that's exactly right, John. That's right. Send your granny panties over to Malia. She's going to wear them big old bloomers. Ones that come way up here. Just right below the chest. It's all the way up here. Yeah. So what we got in here? Happy birthday. She's 67? John says she's about 67. I think you're being kind, John. I think mentally she's probably more like, I don't know, like 82, 83. Maybe older. Yeah, so that was side one. Glad you guys are digging it. Cleveland, Michael Pilmer. Cleveland. Hello, Cleveland. That's where they're from. Trying to stump a guy now, huh? Yeah, I know all about Granicus. Cleveland, Ohio. And I even think there's a song on here called, yeah, first song on side two, Michael, called Cleveland, Ohio. Now, we talked about what side one normally is with the record company. Record company says we want all our bangers on side one. All the possible radio play songs and a nice mellow tune. When you're up on Anal Hill and you're hanging, making out with your chick, you want a nice long song where you can get the lady tent all set up and have a good night camping. And then side two, they say you can do whatever you want on side two. We don't really care. Nobody's going to stay that long to check out side two anyway. Wrong. 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 If anything, I should start doing side two first and then go back to side one, because typically the bangers are all on side two. And that's exactly what we're going to spin around to right now. We're going to do side two, Granicus. Some good songs on here, some heavy shit. You got to have your more mellow songs, you know, your chill back songs. Just kick back, light a candle, get some incense going, and just relax. And then there's a build. You know, it builds and builds and builds. What's up, Lisa? Good to see you. That's right, Boingo. Side two is for the real G's, the old school G's, man. Exactly. So let's spin this motherfucker over. That's right. I said motherfucker. I said it. I said it. I said a bad word. I'm going to go on and say a bad word. Motherfucker. All right. It's good to see Lisa. She's hanging. Lisa's, you know, she likes to hang back once in a while, and she goes, I'm going to jump forward. I'm going to say, hi, what's up? I'm going to pull back, and I'm going to jump forward. I'm going to say, what's up? And that's cool. Some people, you know, some people got to gather the fortitude to come up here and say, hey, how you doing? Having said that, don't be afraid. It's okay. A guy's not going to hurt you. Not going to bite you. Unless you want to be bitten. You want to be bitten. talk later. Let me flip this motherfucker over. Okay, we're spun over. We did it. I made it all the way over here, and I'm back again. I didn't get lost. I didn't fall down. I trip over some wires occasionally down here. I got like a bunch of wires down here. Because it's a lot of like high production here on the channel. I don't know if you know. Right out of frame here, I got about 7 people working for me. We're dealing with all the audio and video stuff and making sure everything's tight. That's right. See, Dusty knows. You got to watch it. A girl needs a chocolate. She don't get what she wants. Bam! She's gonna snag it. She's gonna snag right on you. She's gonna bite right on you. You can't even shake them off. Can't shake them off unless you got a little chocolate in one hand. Then they let go and you go, hey, go grab that chocolate. And then you make a run for it. Cameron, did you get your hot chocolate yet, man? Did you get your hot chocolate? I hope you got your hot chocolate. Let's do a little bit of seeing who's in the chat real quick, and then we'll bust outside too. What do you say? What do you say? I think I'll whisper. I'll whisper all aside too. Yeah. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're having a good week. It's been raining here all day. It started about 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to go all night long. This rain is just going to fall all night long. You guys like rain? Can you hear it outside? Listen. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining outside. Yeah. Anyway, it's good to have you guys hanging out tonight. Hope you're having a good time. Full album spotlight for anybody that's new, because we got a bunch of people hanging out here tonight. Anybody hanging back in the background that doesn't know, if you're here for the first time, this is full album spotlight on a Thursday. Now, I've only missed one Thursday since. You want to go back, check out my channel. I've got so many full album spotlights. I was looking at it the other day. I go, Aaron. I said, what? I said, Aaron. I said, what? I said, man, you got quite a few album spotlights here in the past on your channel. And I said, you know what? You're right. And you know what else? And I said, what? I said, they're really fucking cool, too. Some super rad shit on this channel. Go back and check it out. I know you're going to dig some of this stuff. We got everything here. Now, when I say we, I mean the royal we. I mean me. When I say royal we, I mean me. Yeah. So, that's right, the album sessions, full album spotlights. And I've got a pretty good track record. You know, I think YouTube, they like a guy. You know what I mean? They look at a guy, they say, this guy, he knows his shit. He's fashion conscious. He grooms himself. He looks good. He takes care of his body. He takes care of all the stuff on the inside. Let's give him a pass. Let's give him a pass. We like this guy. And I say, okay. They hit me up all the time. They go, hey, man. I said, what? They go, you want to monetize? I said, fuck no, I don't want to monetize. Don't want to monetize my channel. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to share with you guys. Here's how it goes. You want to know the truth of it? I spend the money, and you guys come, and you reap the rewards of my spending. I buy good shit like Granicus, and I spin it for you guys, and I like to share. A guy likes to share. Yes, a dude likes to share. Absolutely. That's right. I'm in pajamas right now. Normally, Jason, I got my Hawaiian shorts. I should have my Hawaiian shorts on because I had some Hawaiian incense burning. I had to grab me another stick. But I don't have my Hawaiian pants on tonight, my shorts. I got my sleepy pants on, Jason. That's what I like to call them, sleepy pants. Anybody else out there in TV land wearing their sleepy pants tonight? That's right, Jason. Sharing is caring. And I'm a caring guy. I really do care. I know all this, you know, I look menacing. I had a woman, she said one time, she goes, you got a real menacing look to you. And I said, what? What? I said, I'm just kidding. She goes, you look menacing. But she liked menacing guys. And I said, okay, what more can I do? Maybe get some prison time under my belt. Maybe I'll go rob an old lady, beat her with her own purse, maybe do a little jail time. Would that turn you on a little more if I did a little jail time? I don't know. Anyway, got my sleepy pants on. Let me check a couple comments here, and then we're going to get started on side 2. This is just what comes with the show. You go, Aaron, some of you out there going, Aaron, can you just play the fucking song? And I go, hey, wait a minute now, all right? I'm spending the money here. You're sitting out there watching. Let a guy go on and talk for a while. Got to pay the piper. And the piper is monologues, man. That's where it's at. I ain't monetizing nothing, I don't need to monetize. You know why I don't need to monetize? Let me give you a straight up answer from a blue collar guy that gets up and works every day. You know why I don't need to monetize you? Because I got a job. A dude's got a job and he makes good money. A guy doesn't need to monetize, okay? Okay. Okay. All right, that's enough of that. All right, get your pajamas on, Michael. Get them on. We're going to bring some people up after this side is done, and I want everybody to be wearing their pajamas. No. I want you to be wearing your sleepy pants. Put your sleepy pants on. Come on up and hang out with me after we do the second side. You ready? You ready? Because I'm done. I'm going to fill up my glass. I'm going to hang out, and I'm going to chat with you guys. We're going to do side 2 right about now. Oh, by the way, I'm just kidding. Here we go.
Mother told me it's not easy left alone, left alone. But if this song can take us somewhere, then I swear it can't be wrong. But don't try too hard. They will hate you. They will rape you. They'll tear you apart. They will tear you apart. Mother told me about my brother. He's been running from the law. Then she told me about the other. He's been sent away to war. I said, listen, mother, I love my brothers. We can really get it on. Tell me, where did we go wrong? We don't try too hard. So listen, mother, don't you try too hard. minds. And the son who gave his life, it's all been a nightmare. There's a white dove flying in the sky. When you're moving, you really look strange. When you're moving, you really look strange. I've had my days, my share of pain. Let me explain. Do it again to me, baby. Do it again. When you're moving, you really look strange. When you're moving, really look strange. Love me today. Don't go away. Lie in my blinds. Do it again to me, baby. Do it again. some good advice. I saw you sitting there, so alone. No one would talk to you. Hey, but baby, I'll talk to you. Baby, I'll talk to you. Please be my friend. Please be my friend. I'll be your friend. Right till the end of time. And if the devil ever comes around to get you, you just tell that mean old fucking old devil, hey baby, you gotta go devil, you gotta run my soul. I'm gonna show you people how to get the devil out. How do you like this? Get rockin'! Get rockin'! Get rock and roll! Get rock and roll! Get rock and roll! Oh, devil! Rock and roll!
There it is. Now that's how you end an album. Epic. You go up and up and up and up. And everybody's screaming and the drums are slamming and the bass player goes boom. And they say, good night, everybody. And you're like, good night, motherfucker. I ain't going nowhere. Encore, man. Play the album again. One more time. Yep. I'll tell you what, Darren, most chicks are. They're already cat shit crazy. They're born that way. It's just in the DNA. You know what I mean? Anyway, what you guys think? Good, right? We got all kinds of people. Hey, this sounds like John Anderson. Sounds like Geddy Lee. Sounds like Robert Plant. Sounds like Tiny Tim. Hey, okay. Is that what you're hearing? Is that what the ear's telling you? What do you think? Did it just shred your ear holes? Just rip them apart like they've been raped. Got to put a couple zip ties, couple rubber bands around that ear, keep it from leaking. You've just been had by Granicus. That's a little bit about Granicus really quick. Again, early 70s, 73, 70. This is recorded late 72, came out 73. Cleveland, Ohio band. One album out in the era. They weren't quite taken care of by RCA. They kind of left them in the back. You know, I guess they had priorities. So Granicus didn't really get the play and the backing that they should have by RCA. So the album kind of disappeared. Limited pressings way in the beginning. Not even enough to really get out there. When many, many, many years later, there were some pirate presses of this LP, and it got out there, and the band saw it. Band put out a couple albums way, way later, like 2000s or some shit like that. Way, way later. By then, completely done. You got to strike when the iron's hot. You know what I mean? And those subsequent albums, there's a couple out there. One was like almost like a best. Oh no, one was like unreleased songs and a couple live, tracks on there. Didn't dig it. This was like of the day, and it's a shame that it got lost in the ether. You know what I mean? They just didn't take care of them. I'd like to know the backstory on them and why they weren't taken care of by RCA. It's upsetting to know. Then again, look what we got from it. We got one stellar fucking LP. It's all up in the air. It's all over the place. It's up, it's down, it's mellow. It's got mellow, and then it's ramped up, and then it brings it back down again. Anal point kind of stuff, you know what I mean? You're up on the hill with your lady or in your car, nice 11, 12-minute song. You hit quite a few bases, by the time you get a 12, 15-minute song out the way. So, yeah, there it is, Granicus. I'm going to do my due diligence here. I'm going to put a link out. All right? I'm going to copy this link. It says copied. Then I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to paste it in the chat. I'm going to hit this little arrow, and it goes boom. There it is. You want to come on up and hang out for a little bit? Come on up and hang out for a little bit. Tell me what you think. You got your sleepy pants on? Don't come up unless you got your sleepy pants on. I want to see him. I see John coming up, but I think John, he's too cool for sleepy pants, you know what I mean? I think John wears like leather sleepy pants, you know what I mean? He's always got to be, he's got to have that part going all the time. He's got his hair slicked back. He's in bed. He don't want to turn on his side 'cause it's going to mess his hair up. He's got his leather fucking sleepy pants on. He don't like flip-flop around. I sleep in bed, man. I'm like a fish. I'm like, psh, psh, psh. I'm flopping back and forth. Can't get comfortable. Always any floppers out there in the crowd? I'm flopping back and forth in the bed. Can't get comfortable. On my side, on my back, on my stomach, on my other side. And it just goes around and around. And you wake up in the morning and you're wrapped up like a burrito in the covers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool people don't own pajamas. Yeah, only old people own pajamas. Yeah. Yep. I seen you on Dusty Spin's stream the other day, Nick. I got my eyeball. I got my little birds out there. They're watching. They go, hey, Aaron. Hey. And I go, what? And they go, I seen Nick Pantazio on somebody else's stream the other day. He's sitting back having a good time talking. He was there, and Lisa was there, and some other people hanging out. I says, oh, yeah, okay. He's over there hanging out. All right, I see. I see where it is. I see where the priorities are. I got you. It's all good. It's all good. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. He's coming up. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the view I was hoping to get. There it is.
What's up?
All right, glasses. It's Nick's Glasses. You got to change your name to Nick's Glasses. But we can.
So I got a new modem and router, but I know that my mic still sucks. I think it sounds kind of like sometimes.
No, it sounds okay.
Right?
I can hear you okay. You sound good, Nick.
Okay, nice. Well, the modem and router are working then, so I will be partying here.
There you go.
Woo.
I mean, you could use a little bit of light. Literally all I can see is a reflection in your glasses. There he is. It's alive. Hey, there he is. Man, Nick is finally up on the stream. Nick,
I am. It's good to be here, dude.
Somebody said, "Hey, it's not."
What?
They said, "Hey, it's not Nick Pantazzi. It's Pantazzi." You want to go on and clarify for the crowd what is the pronunciation, Nick?
All right. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
It's pronounced Gordonson.
Gordonson. That's funny because it doesn't look anything like the spelling.
No, it's so weird.
Sounds completely different than how it's
Yeah.
spelled.
Yeah. No, really, it's Pantazy,
Oh, it's pants. It's like someone's fantasy. I think.
but with a Z. Pantazy,
Right. Gotcha.
like Liach. How you pronounce your last name? Liach.
No, no.
Yeah. Liach.
Yeah.
Aaron Liach.
Liach. Yeah. Look, they're all putting their pronunciations in the chat.
Oh, I'm
Fantasy.
sure
Joe is saying fantasy.
they are.
Fantasy.
Yes.
But
Fan-
you're saying fantasy.
With a-
Fantasy.
with a P though, but you got to take what you can. You really do.
I think as long as they're not calling you asshole, you're already
Yeah,
halfway there. You know what I mean?
That's a good. Yeah. I have no problem with Pantazi either, because I know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So where's the rest of the party?
I think they're coming up. They're putting on their sleepy
Okay.
pants.
Oh, I got sleepy pants on.
Do you? I can't. I could never tell. Are you not allowed to show your face? Are you like under contractual obligations to not show your actual face?
Well, no, I'm wearing my mask right now, but But you can't see me at all.
I think
can
we're
see
all
you
wearing our
pretty good.
masks. Barely. I mean, barely. You're like a. It's like a Sasquatch sighting. Yo, wait, was that Nick? Yeah, Joe says you're in the witness protection program. That's what you got.
Well, you don't know what happened in my life. It was an intense. It was, FBI, CIA, they're all involved.
We got to get Nick a ring light. All the kids are using these
Yeah.
newfangled ring lights.
Yeah,
Nick.
yeah, I know. And then you'll see the ring in my glasses.
Yeah. You know what I do, Nick? I bring the light down on my monitor. Look, watch this. Look. Now you see my glasses there?
I
Now
do.
watch. Boop. All gone.
That was
It's
like a
fucking-
magic trick.
It's like
Take
magic.
a rabbit out of a hat.
I'm a wizard. I'll pull it out of somewhere else. Not quite the hat.
Yeah, you
A
will.
little bit down, a little southern,
Yeah,
more
you
southern.
will. Nice. The stink rabbit.
Hey, there he is.
It's
Now we got the
Bobby.
opposite of Nick. He's lit up, but his background's dark.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here, Aaron. I'm feeling pretty fucking sick.
But you don't know what you got, Bobby?
No, it just come on to me yesterday. I mean, I went to see the podiatrist a week ago, but I had a grocery delivery about 2 days before this shit come on, and I think that's who I caught it off of. Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Yes.
Sorry,
Bobby just called you Steve, Nick.
Flashlight.
No, Harmless Rebel said Mr. And he
I
spelled
know.
the name correctly.
Yes. Steve. It's not Stay-Evie.
You notice what I notice about whatever the fuck it is? I got my face is swollen up down at the bottom here. I got a big lump there and another smaller lump there on the inside. Fucking weird. So I looked it up on the internet, and apparently that happens with some people. I don't ever get a cold or the flu or not. It might be 20 years since I had something like that.
Bobby, do you get the flu shot every year?
What?
Do you get a flu shot?
Flu shot? Now, my doctor asks me every year. I mean, anytime I got the flu, it never bothered me that much. My system can handle that shit. Whereas
Yeah.
my brother and my old man, anytime they got a cold or the flu, they couldn't go to work or nothing.
Oh yeah, the flu ruins me.
Some people it does. I'll tell you what I do though. I when I'm sick, I don't go out. I don't infect anybody else.
Yeah, right.
And that bugs me. People that go, "Oh, I gotta work. I gotta pay bills." Like
Oh,
the rest of the world don't want to pay bills. Fuck yourself.
Fuck off. Right.
Well, now you're starting to sound like
Yeah.
shit, Nick.
Oh,
Now your audio's starting to crackle.
Fuck.
You know what, Nikki? I like your
What?
pronunciation the old way we used to say it. Are you Italian?
No, it's a Greek last name. It used to have an S on the end. Pantazis. But I guess
I always thought it was a dipper because of the pan is. That sounds like Italian to me, man.
Yeah,
I love Italians. I love them.
everyone thinks it's Italian, but it's Greek. Yeah,
Well, look at you.
yeah.
We got a Greek in the crowd.
Yeah, pinkies out for the Greeks.
That's, that's right.
I gotta get the fucking pain pill.
We got Vance, and then we got Nick.
Take a Percocet, Bobby.
Oh yeah, that'll
I got better
help.
stuff. I got better stuff. This is
What is that?
oxycodone.
Oh no, man.
That's Percocet.
That's 10 times better than the perks.
No,
Oh, man.
oxycodone is Percocet. That's the generic
I mean, doctors
name.
keep telling everybody, everybody gets addicted on these fucking things. I know some guys that were, they were using this shit and all of that. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's a terrible drug. I mean, there are way better drugs out there than oxycodone.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I was a junkie for many years, so I know oxycodone is Percocet. I assure you of that.
It all depends on your head drugs, Nikki. I mean,
Yeah.
I did it all, and it
Yeah,
all
me
depends
too.
on your head. Wow.
What's
Am I
happening?
still roboting?
Yeah, you say you're crackly.
Fucking A. I'll talk very little.
Uh, That's how we like Nick the best, when he just sits there and doesn't talk.
Really?
Just be a good boy. Be a good boy, and let's
No,
try to
hold
figure out
on.
what we're seeing in Nick's glasses right
Is-
now. Like, what's the
Is this
reflection?
any better? Is this any better?
Uh-oh. Time for Bobby's meds. We all know that sound.
Hey, listen, it's that keeps you alive, man. I'm glad I don't live in the fucking States. I'd have to pay so much money to doctors and hospitals. I'd be fucking
Hey!
All right.
buddy.
Look at this guy. He's got the backlighting and the front lighting.
Yeah.
Shit just got real.
Fancy.
That's right. Look at the production over at Eddie's
I
place.
got my flashlight. See? Like,
There it is. Now, hey, there you go.
I've got another laptop. I'm not using the previous one I had.
Look at Nick. He's got the 1980 fucking flashlight over
Yeah.
there. Got the
That's
big
like
giant square battery in it, right?
Yep. You know it.
What's up, Eddie? How you doing, homie?
Doing good. Did you get my text?
I did. I just got it, man. I'm jealous as fuck. Did you give me a ticket and a plane ticket, by the way? I'll be right there.
It's gonna be in Houston, man.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
You like the
Come
oxy, Pam? I'd stay away from that shit.
Joseph's you under a bridge somewhere, Nick.
Yep. I got my oxys under a bridge.
Nick Underpass.
No,
Yeah,
you know what,
yeah,
Bobby?
Eddie. Can you share some of your light with Nick?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Just a little bit.
You've got extra.
Just a little bit, Bobby.
Let me vector that in.
Just put that in the box
Bobby.
and send that over to Nick.
Yeah. Give me your coordinates, Nick. Shoot you some work
Turn
light
on my
out.
Christmas tree light.
Hold on.
Good on, Nick. I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, I was in New Hampshire for a little bit. I had COVID a couple weeks ago. Car troubles and getting to work. Fucking A. It was a mess, but everything's back to normal.
Good.
And I got a new modem and, as you heard, a router. So I just need a new mic with better earbuds.
Just needs a new
Michael.
phone and a microphone and internet and a new router
I'm all set with the
Damn.
router.
and light.
It's good to work.
How many times do I have to say?
Having a job is fun.
I think job is fun, man. Can't
To buy
complain.
stuff.
Yeah.
Blinding. Here, I'll just I'll hold it out.
There you go. Oh shit! Now you're doing stroke light.
And Pete, you're gonna. This is
There you go.
Seizure warning.
Yeah,
Seizure warning.
I ain't,
He's for
I ain't
real.
I ain't holding this out for. This is a heavy. This is a 20-pounder. I'm holding.
Come on, work
20-pound
that
flashlight.
shoulder, Nick. Work it.
Yeah. Now.
We'll have one massive shoulder from holding this flashlight up.
Hey,
Let me tell
Aaron,
you,
did you
Aaron,
get
ever
this-
since I got that record cleaner, I'm cleaning more records than listening to records. So something is off. I need
So,
to
yeah,
get back-
now look at now you're not
Yeah.
listening. Now you're just so infatuated with cleaning. By the way, I got 600 records I just sent your way, Eddie. If you don't mind real quick cleaning those for me.
Yeah, man. I'll be ready in June.
Once you get done your 18,000 records.
My record store charges $2 a record if you want to get them cleaned, right?
Wow.
Ah,
Cost you
I
$80
bought
to send
a
one
record
record to
cleaner,
pay
too.
$2 to get it clean.
Yeah.
I bought a record doctor a couple of years ago.
Spin Doctor, that's what I use. Christ, when in my day, back in the 50s and 60s, there was so much dirt and noise on records and stuff like that. It really doesn't bother your liking of the music to me.
No,
Anyhow.
of course not. Yeah.
I like
but
all the hairs on there.
There's a generation of collectors of all genres that are about preservation. You know, now they have those sleeves for comic books. I remember when I was a kid, there was no backboards or sleeves for comic books. Now there is, and for baseball cards, for everything. So now it's about preserving your collectibles, and unfortunately, records fall into that realm.
Collectors are funny people, believe me. I mean, I used to be a book collector, first editions a long time ago. And I'm going to tell you, I learned a long time ago, collectors are funny. Even way back in the 50s, I knew a guy who collected comic books, and he put them in them plastic comic book things. And none of us kids ever did that back then, right? His old man he learned it from his old man, and his old man had the first Superman. He showed me the first Superman.
Oh, damn.
And you know what kind of money that's worth now, eh?
Oh yeah.
Back then, I
I've been
think
in crappy condition.
59. I think he paid only $350 for that.
A bargain. That's better than the stock market.
Well, it's worth $100,000 now, probably.
Is it
eh?
really? Is it 100?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah. Some comic books are worth a lot of money, like the first Superman, first
Yeah.
Batman. All those
First any of the Marvel mags, right?
Yeah. Especially the
You know how many Native American cigarettes you could buy for that kind of money, Bobby?
Oh yeah, and believe me, I got all kinds of them.
You'd be swimming in them.
I mean, I can pay either $140 for a carton here in Toronto, or I can drive a little ways and pay $10 for a carton off the Indian guys, right? So
Whoa! So we got somebody doing drugs here. Hold on now.
Attaboy, Nicky.
We smoking oxycontins over there. He's smoking pills, I think.
Yeah, that's you're gonna take a
Snort
mask
pills.
off.
You don't smoke pills, you snort pills.
You
What?
snort them.
I've been doing it wrong all this time.
Yeah,
Snort them
absolutely.
and
You can smoke cocaine, though. You can smoke heroin, though. You can smoke
Yeah.
speed, too.
Maybe
Yep.
Nick will show us that next time.
Yeah, we'll put out a line of drugs and I'll try snorting them, and we can try some suppositories even maybe.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's typically the way I do my
Yeah.
pills. It's just
Yeah, boofing some H on screen.
some meth between the toes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Malia, you're going to auctions on eBay, too? You must have spent a fortune in the last week or so. You better
She's
get
living
off-
in her. She's
you
living
better
in her
get off
car
the
now.
YouTube.
Yeah, I luckily got like most of my records that I really wanted in my collection that I would never be able to
Don't smoke, kiddies. Stay away from them cigarettes, man. Send them to Bobby. He'll take care of them for you.
Yeah, I'm a smoker. I've always been one. I bought my first deck of cigarettes when I was 13 because my old man yelled at me for stealing his all the time. He'd get up in the morning, have one cigarette, and he'd be pissed off. You little bastards, and you better stop smoking my cigarettes and buy your own. When Pop said something, you paid attention.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
smoke one cigarette a month. I allow myself one cigarette. Otherwise, I use the gum and my vape. And I was talking to Fred on the phone out of my porch earlier today and smoking my monthly cigarette. It was a good afternoon.
Talking
Yeah.
to Dobby, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, look
Well,
at you.
I mean, if that's your, your what you do, that's cool, man.
How many you smoke
Yeah.
a day, Bobby? Nick smokes one a month. How many do you smoke a day?
Wow. I mean, my doctor asked me that 2 weeks ago, and I told him I smoke a large pack a day, but I smoke probably about, I don't know, 60, 70 cigarettes a day.
Holy fuck.
Plus, I'm smoking. I smoke. As soon as I get up, I smoke all fucking day, all night. I mean, I get up in the middle of the night and I smoke a couple of cigarettes to go back to bed. Yeah, I'm a smoker.
That's You can't afford to work when you got a schedule like that.
I think we got.
I wouldn't hire you, Bobby. You killed me with
I
your
tell you
smoking.
what, I no longer go to shows or any place I can't smoke. I don't go. I got friends who their wife says, "Okay, I'm turning my house into a smokeless house." Right? I don't go there either. Right?
Did you say 60, like 60 to 70?
Yeah, I mean, I've smoked more than it. I've smoked as many as 100 cigarettes. If I'm playing cards or fishing, it's just constantly chain smoking. I'll go through 100.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
was
What does that
like
work out to an hour, Nick? You're good at math, Nick. What is
Oh,
that?
am I?
What is that
Oh.
an hour? Yeah. What's the count on that, Nick?
I smoke 4
That's,
cigarettes an hour.
That would be
4 or 5 smokes an hour. That's about what I smoke.
That actually doesn't sound that insane until you add it all up. And
right.
how many hours a day you think you're awake, Bobby?
Oh, I don't ever sleep longer than an hour and 10 minutes to an hour and a half. I do that maybe 3 times in a day. I've never been much of a sleeper. Even when I was in high school, I only get 4.5, 5 hours. I'm just one of those kind of guys that, I don't need a lot of sleep, or I don't get it, or whatever it is. I don't know. All I do now is when I'm tired, that sometimes I get up late. I show up late on your streams and shit like that. I just lie down now. Whenever I'm tired, I just lie down. I'm retired. I do what the fuck I want to do. I don't give a shit about anybody else. I'm my whole life, same as you guys, right? Your whole life, you're doing what everybody wants you to do. You're being a nice guy. You're being a nice girl. You're being nice. Fuck it all. Now that I'm I don't give a shit, man.
I can't wait till I get there. I think to have a good life when I retire, I'll have to work till I'm your age, Bobby.
Yeah, right.
A lot of guys I know died a year or two after they fucking retired.
I'll retire and then I'll have a massive stroke a fucking week later.
Isn't that the way?
Oh man.
Where I work at the shop I work at is owned by the guy who kind of mentored me when I was younger, and now he employs me. And there's he's become a very good friend of mine too. He's not just my employer, and there's a guest bedroom upstairs, and like if it gets like, because if I do 5-6 hours worth of fixing guitars and amps and shit, with when I can just go upstairs and take a nap in in the middle of the day, and he doesn't care. It's
Working
cool,
on the job, eh?
Yeah. I put in like.
Don't ever hire Nicky. Don't ever hire Nicky.
Oh, I'm a great worker. I do like 9-10 hours usually a day when I go in there, but take a little nap sometimes, you know?
I was working on a job once, and it was a new house, and the homeowners came in to record the house for insurance. They were walking around with their camera, and they open up the door to the washroom, and there's this fucking guy sleeping. He's on the floor sleeping.
What?
He's got the big siesta hat. I mean, it's just like you'd see in Mexico. He got a big giant hat over his head. He's snoring away, and they just kind of open the door and just shut it again. And he was fired about 20 minutes after that. Fucking sleeping on the job.
He
I
was
want
a worker.
Hey, if you're gonna have a fiesta, you need to take a siesta.
Yeah.
Hey,
Randy.
there he is.
Happening.
I one
Randy was-
time had a buddy. His name was oh, never mind. I won't say, but he was a black guy, and he had this job. And then he thought he was a writer too, writing plays and stuff like that, eh? But anyhow, he come one day into the bar and he says, "Bobby, I just got fired." And I says, "Fired?" And I says, "What for?" He says, "Because I'm black." I says, "What? What are you talking about?" He says, "That's why they fired me." He says, "It's a prejudice case." And he says, "I got myself a lawyer." And it was a famous black activator guy down here, Dudley, I forget his name was. But anyhow, so they're going to court and all of that kind of stuff. And then I see the guy, I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, and I said, "Whatever happened to your trial and all of that?" And he says, "Well, it's gone." And I said, "Well, what do you mean it's gone?" He said, "Well, we went into court." He says, the company, he said they had film footage. And I said, "Film footage of what?" And he says, "Well, me sleeping on a box of cardboard." And it was more than once. There was a number of times he'd go and hide in this room that had crushed cardboard boxes, and he'd lay on them and go for a little sleep. Eh? So it's just really, eh? And he says, "Yeah." I said, "What happened to your lawyer, Dudley? He's a big shot in Toronto." And he said, "Oh," he said, "as soon as he seen the video, he just got up and walked out." Said bye.
I'm sleeping on boxes right now. Laying on a bunch of boxes. You know?
I've
up,
never,
Randy?
Hence the low lighting.
How you making out, man?
anytime I had a job, I did it.
Hey, Nick, we got a good lawyer for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
you
don't know
imagine-
what it was.
Can you imagine hearing that laugh in a dark alley somewhere? You hear Nick laughing. And this resonant echo scared me fucking shitless.
Yeah, you look down that alley, there's two eyes on top of the cardboard.
There it is. That'd really scare you.
You're laying in bed, eh, Nicky?
I sure the fuck am, dude.
Why?
Because
Yeah, why? I thought didn't you get your nap at work today?
No, I did not. I did not.
I can kind of hear cars going by. I think Nick he really is under a bridge right now.
No car went by me. but well, I am under the bridge, but a car hasn't gone by in a while.
That's right. It's late.
They haven't paid the toll.
Oh, he's in the troll bridge.
Yeah, I'm the troll under the bridge.
I'm the troll.
Under bridges is a great place to busk. You got a great reverb when you're under
Yeah.
bridges, stuff like that, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't make much money. There's not a lot of people under
not
there.
many people come.
You don't make not a lot of cash to be made under the bridge.
Some people just like doing it, right? They plan for people. They'll put a hat down or a can down. They really don't care how much money they're going to get. They just like, being out there, right? I met a couple of people like that, eh? I one time, believe it or not, I tossed a dime in 1965 into Joni Mitchell's guitar case when she was busking down on Yorkville Avenue. A dime. A dime was a lot of money then. 25 cents you could get a cheese sub.
You're showing your age there, Bobby.
I'll be 74 in 2 months like I give a shit about it, eh?
Wow, that's
Wow,
great, man.
wow.
I mean, I'm
No, that
old in age, but my head's a lot younger than most of you guys, and that's a fact.
no doubt.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely
Were
agree.
you talking to her or what?
Harry the Hat.
Jason is asking how old you are, Bobby.
Oh, I'm 73, born on March the 11th, 1949. Like Bob Dylan said, the days of old, the days of gold, the days of 49.
Look at that. World War II is raging, and Bobby's just being born.
Well, yeah, they were still in England. They were still fixing the potholes from the bombs and all of that kind of shit when I was born, right? You talk to any of those British guys that were born 5, 6, 7 years before me that, grew up in the last years of the war and after that in Britain, for 10 years, it was pretty piss poor in Britain. Have we got any British people here that are old enough to remember stuff like that?
No, you're the oldest one, Bobby.
Damn, Nick, that must be a wet cigarette taking you that long to light it.
Yeah, nah.
And what did that vaporizer cost you?
He's smoking a bowl. It's no vaporizer.
I just smoked a bowl.
I bought a vaporizer.
I got a vape here though.
Yeah, they're useless. I paid $2.40 for mine, but they don't get hot enough. When you take the grass out of them, there's still grass in there, right? They want you to make oil out of it. Fuck that shit.
I think that's what Nick's got. I think Nick's got a pen. I don't think he's got a vaporizer.
Yeah, this is just a cheap.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's an oil pen, right, Nick?
No, this is just my nicotine vape.
Oh, that's cigarettes. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
There's your
double,
right there,
double
buddy.
dipping, man.
I am.
You got an expensive habit for a guy who lives under a fucking bridge.
Burning,
Right? Yeah.
burning at both ends,
And
man.
Hannity must be
He is,
good.
dude.
I
That dude is
can't get
busy.
enough- I need smoke in my lungs at all times.
Ah,
Ah.
What's new, Randy? How you been, brother? You all right?
Yeah, I've been all right.
Keep you out in the cold too long? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's chilly out there.
It is.
you had a
It's
pretty
raining
good
here
year
all day.
this year. You had a pretty good year this year, didn't you, Randy? In the football, Michigan.
Yeah, they're playing TCU next, and then if they win that, they go to the national championship. So we'll see. Yeah, it just helps out, man. They're recruiting. They're getting all kinds of, recruits that were going to other schools now, and they're getting transfers. We lost our backup. Well, he was our starting quarterback that won against Ohio State last year, and now he went to Iowa, transferred, because he's not going to play. They like the J.J. McCarthy,
There's so much money in that nowadays, right? Even if you're on the third string football player, you're making $500,000 a year, right?
Sports talk.
Anyway. How you doing, Eddie?
I'm doing good, man.
What'd you get? Any new wax? You're always getting new shit, right?
Yeah, but nothing too crazy. Just a couple of singles.
Single 45s.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Bobby's
Oh.
getting a boner.
Eddie's getting into singles.
Not always. I mean, I collect some singles, but
Oh, they're 12-inch singles. They're not as good as the fucking little
no.
guys.
This is just
You know what?
one album I got.
Hold
Another
on.
Spaghetti
I'll throw it
Western soundtrack.
Hmm.
But then I did get a couple of 45s. A lot of Japanese stuff. Like I got the Japanese for the Big Boss Bruce Lee movie.
Oh,
Yeah. What's that
And-
say on there?
Big Boss
It does it? Are you sure?
says in blue letters right there.
What's
Big
that say
Boss.
down there? What's the red and black say down at the bottom?
Aaron sucks.
Oh, does it?
And then these are just some Japanese artists. I've been getting into the karaoke genre, which is basically when Japan started recording modern music from the 20s onto the present. Before that, it was their traditional Japanese music. So once they started incorporating Western style music, they created this genre. So these are a couple of Japanese artists.
So there's no bass on those records, right?
Yeah, man, there's a lot of bass. So that's about it. And I'm waiting for a package from Japan and a couple of auctions that I won from Patrick and also from what's his name from Canada, Anthony. Anthony's auction. Actually, Anthony, this guy Michael had a bunch of great records, man. And
I was there,
they were selling them at Canadian dollars. So I gotta buy
Eddie,
them.
I was there for 2.5 hours, and I never bought a record. Right, I wasn't interested in any of them record store day records or anything like that.
Yeah.
I bought the original MoFi of Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, you got that one, did you?
Yeah. And then I got a German first pressing of Motorhead, the first Motorhead.
Oh, you
You
were
got,
the one
you
that
got all
got
them
that?
records. You got all them records anyhow, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got different pressings of them, but
Really?
I don't have an original Motorhead.
Oh,
I have like maybe 5 year ago pressing, so I'd rather have an original.
I don't know. If I buy more than one record,
Well, what I do is I'll sell my extra ones.
Oh, do you? I
Yeah.
don't get nothing. I give them away. Actually, is what I do.
uh-huh.
If I can
I
make
got a box of 45s right here.
I see a specialty. Is that
I'll take them, Nick. I'll take them,
Chuck
Nick.
Berry,
Just send them.
Little Richard,
Bobby wants them all.
The Dukes, eh? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dukes?
Opti box.
Uh,
The Olympics. All right. What's that? Which Olympic tune is that?
what is it? Hold on.
Get your flashlight out for Christ's sake.
Fuck. It's
Western movies.
Western movies.
That's fantastic.
And
that was a big hit back in the day, man. What'd you pay for that record?
I don't even know. This is like a box of 45s that just followed me home one day.
You got some old ones then, it looks like to me.
Yeah. I got
Okay on Okay, that's a great label too. And they're looking pretty good goddamn shape, as a matter of fact, eh?
they're
Big
all in,
Maybell. What song's on the Big Maybell? She does a James Brown tune that's fantastic. Big Maybell. It's a Man's World. If any of you guys ever want to hear a better than James Brown, It's a Man's World, Big Maybell sings it.
Look at it. Bobby came up. Bobby was coughing and had a headache. Now look at him. He brings
he's
the
all
45s out, man.
Tapped
Yeah.
up. He's
I
some kind of cocaine, man.
Hey, Aaron, can you make me big, Aaron?
What? Can you rephrase that question, Eddie?
Hey, I'm not inside your shag van, so don't worry. Yeah, Joe, it does clean 45s. This is an adapter. You just put the record in here and drop it into the Human Guru, and they'll clean 45s.
Oh, I thought that was like a halo.
No.
You put
It's an adapter for 45s for the Human Guru.
Hey, put it on your head.
Put that on your head.
Put it on
Eddie.
your head. No, let it.
That's right. The patron
Vinyl.
saint of record cleaners.
Yeah,
Saturn Eddie.
yeah, there you go.
I think it's more like Uranus.
I got it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, I also have I have a lot of. I'm just gonna show a few more. This is
Checker. That's a chess.
this is little Walter
Little Walter, yum yum.
and
That's a harp player. Little Walter's a harmonica player, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got Jimmy Reed on VJ here.
I got a number of his albums, Jimmy Reed.
Look at the gloss on those things.
He
man.
was very,
Yeah,
very
they're really nice. What is this? Freddie King on King.
What's that song?
Have you ever loved a woman? And the other side is
Ernie
Hide
K.
Away.
Nice. Hideaway.
Ernie K. Is that who he said it was? Ernie K. Doe.
No, Freddie King.
No,
Oh, Freddie King. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, baby. I took my boss to see Freddie King. He didn't know what the blues were, so I took him and his wife down to see Freddie.
That's probably worth the money, man.
Is
That
it-
Hideaway 45 and King.
Donovan. on Epic.
Hootie Guru, Hurdy
It's,
Guru, Hurdy Gurdy.
and
I got a lot of his music, Donovan. Hippie days.
Goo Goo. I don't know. Hey, Bobby, if you, I'll put aside like a bunch of blues 45s if you want them. We can talk. I mean, I'll send you most of them. Just no big deal.
Well, go ahead, please.
Yeah.
By all means, sir.
You done
what?
did it now, Nick.
I don't listen.
I'll pay for the what do you call it? The postage. Because sending shit up here to Canada costs a fortune, eh?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'll go through these. I also have a couple old Savoy blues records, and I have a white label promo of Muddy Waters, Mud in Your Ear. I got a lot of nice blues, and I actually left a comment in your comments section saying I have a lot of old blues records that I'm kind of looking to get rid of, and if you were interested in any of them.
I want them all. You just tell me what you want for them, so long as they're playable.
They're all
look pretty good.
All in excellent shape.
I'm a blues guy and a 45 guy, and to get blues records up here in Toronto, they're as scarce as hen's teeth, and I mean that, eh?
Yeah, man. I've got
Toronto was always a blues town, right? Even before rock and roll, Toronto was a blues town.
I got like
Country and Western first.
I got tons.
Well, just email me, or my email address is on my channel.
Okay. I didn't.
Email me, and then we can do all of that stuff. And I'll send you PayPal shit, right?
We'll figure it out. I'll obviously.
You'd rather have PayPal money.
Send you.
John wants to come up.
Ton of records for very little because you're a buddy.
Right on, brother. Yeah, me and you, for a while, ever since I first started seeing you on Rachel's, I liked your attitude big time, eh? You weren't like you weren't being mean. Or
hey, that's not what Bobby was saying here last week about.
He's already given you the records, Bobby. You don't have to.
No, I give a fuck. If I say something about a guy,
No, Nick's very generous, man. He sent me a cassette player for my stereo.
I'm trying to send Eric Bauer a cassette deck too.
What's up, John?
Gotta make sure it works.
Hey guys.
Brother Brian was like that. He was always sending guys equipment, speakers, turntables. He sent Snowy, a guy we had up here. He doesn't do videos anymore, but he sent Snowy a real nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do a video in years, man. A couple of years anyway.
His channel's gone, Randy.
Is it really?
Yeah, his channel's gone. He just, he's a busy guy, right? He's a very, very busy guy, right? And he's a family guy. He looks after his grandma, pays for her and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And, he's into the painting shit, right? So maybe he just sort of lost a little bit of interest, and he's an artist type like guy, right? So, that guys, they're here and there and gone, when you're an artist, you're a little.
He's into the painting and shit. I don't know. He paints fruit and shit. I don't know.
No. He does some sort of psychedelic shit. I actually offered to buy a piece off him, right?
Yeah, him and Sean would probably get along well. They both do the same thing,
Sean?
Sean spins?
Sean spins.
Yeah,
he's good.
He paints.
I like watching Sean do his stuff.
I used to paint when I was a young fella. I actually sold two paintings, but that was oils. I was into the oils, right? But you lose interest in shit. At least I do, right? Once I get into something, and I just move on to something else.
You're a dilettante, Bobby.
I mean, I tried photography too. I bought myself a real expensive camera and, light meters and all of that sort of horse shit, right? I used to go to museums and art galleries all the time. Believe it or not, I'm kind of artsy fartsy.
Yeah, I think all of us are, Bobby.
Yeah, my cousin teaches photography at high school a couple towns over.
How'd it go smoking in the museums, Bobby?
Cost money, boy.
You can't do. Fuck you.
Hey, never mind. There was a time that I could. There was a time you could smoke in our museums and art galleries and shit,
Yeah.
right?
Remember smoking on planes?
I remember those were the good old days, right? When you could. What really bothers me now is the
Yellow
cigarette-
stains all over the Picassos.
Well, going into a restaurant and having a meal, I always have a cigarette after. Well, I have them all the time, but after a meal or sex, I like to have a cigarette.
Oh, no.
Bobby smokes after sex.
Yeah,
There's no. He
cigarettes
smokes
after a
during
meal
sex.
are
You kidding me?
nice.
Puts an ashtray on her back.
Very original.
There's a joke about that. A guy putting an ashtray on his old lady's forehead. I won't tell it though.
It's-
I
think it kind of tells itself.
Hey, Bobby, you remember
what are
this?
you doing?
Remember this song? I like this song for a country tune. It's really good. Everybody knows this one.
I like country. Sure, I got lots of country.
This Skeeter Davis, "The End of the World."
Nah, I'm not a fan of that. My old man,
I like it, man.
I never like that.
I think that's a good song. You know.
Randy's trying to impress Bobby, and it's not working.
Only two female country singers I ever liked. One was Wanda Jackson, for obvious
The
reasons.
other's Patsy Cline.
Yeah, and the other is Patsy Cline. Oh, Bill Doggett, right?
What about Etta James?
Actually, Randy, I went and put up a tune of his a couple of years ago, and his daughter left a comment and thanked me for putting it up, you know, and keeping his music alive. Oh, the Marquis, eh? That's a Stax band, the Marquis. Frank Slay. I don't know that.
Is that any good? I know that name. I think that's like
it's-
organ music or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like soul instrumental.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, I picked up another copy of this one. I got like 3 copies of this, but I see them.
yeah,
for
that's one of the that's probably one of the best songs on the label.
Yeah, Rock and Rebel. Great tune.
And then I got this one, Zachary Thax, 45 from that Mojo Bone label. They do unissued recording on this from 1966. These guys were from Boston, weren't they? Zachary Thax?
I'd have to know the
No,
song.
Texas.
That name doesn't ring a bell.
Texas. And then Blacklight Chameleons. See,
Oh yeah, I know those. They were 80s. Yeah,
Yeah,
Have their
most
LP.
Mojo Bone or the they do a mono bone also, but they're usually like a special record, you know. And I got this one because I've got a couple of their albums, and all they did was took 2 songs off the first album and made it a single, which I thought was kind of like a
What
waste.
kind of music are they?
it's probably for the DJs overseas if they're too good
Oh,
tracks.
yeah.
They're not gonna play LPs.
That could
You know,
be.
they do that every now and then. Take a tune from the '90s or something, and you know,
Yeah.
the flip of another band or something that'll get spun in Europe.
Hey,
I was just hoping it was something
Hey.
different.
I got
Bobby, it's,
45. You want to see my 45 collection? Look at this.
Hey, nice case.
Hey, look at
Howlin' Wolf. Ah, yeah, boy, my man.
That
Nice.
it's a promo. It's a,
I tried to buy him a beer one time. He wouldn't accept it. Instead, he took a pill this size.
Hold that back up, Nick. I want to see the track on that just for a second. Oh, he's frozen. All right.
It would help if you turn on the light.
I love the wolf. Got
Yeah.
huge hands. He's got huge hands, huge feet.
Him and I'd say Freddie King and Magic Sam are my all-time favorites. Man.
We all know you love Magic Sam.
Oh, there you go. Hang on, Nick.
There you go.
My mind is rambling. What's on the flip side?
Come on, Nick.
New Crawling King Snake. That's the number right there. New Crawling
There you
King Snake. And that's the A side.
Yeah, it's a Doors
good,
song,
man.
man.
No, it's not a Doors song. It was
The Doors did that
That's
originally.
That's
I know they did, but it was done by all kinds of blues people before fucking
Yeah.
the Doors ever did it.
Original. It was
Crawling King
originally done
Snake's
by the
old.
Doors.
That's Blind Lemon or something, right?
Yeah. Way
Hey,
back.
John, make me big, man. I want to show my fucking 45s.
All right, here we go.
All right?
I want to see some Go-Go's.
You want to see some Go-Go's? How about some Alice Cooper, huh?
Is that a U.S. pressing or?
I was at that famous gig where he threw a chicken out into the crowd.
It's called the Little LP series. It's actually 33, but I've never seen any other installments.
Those are
It's
four.
like,
What country are those are from?
well,
It's
I
probably not
think
American. Probably South American or something.
No, on Danbury, Connecticut.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
so that's weird. Maybe it's like from the 80s.
Here's one. Bobby will like this one. Look at that.
Bubble Puppy.
The
There you
bubble
go.
puppy, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Hot smoking sassafras, is that hot smoking
Yeah,
sassafras?
that's the one. Right. Oh, look at this. Look, I even got some new stuff. Look at that.
Boy, bye.
Can't even, Volvoid, is that Volvoid?
That's Bull Boy. That's right. You got it.
Iron
Iron-
Maiden.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Look, we're starting to go downhill. Look at this. Look, I got the lunar landing record.
Hey, what was that?
$1.
I've got two of those
Do you?
with the picture sleeve.
Here, look. Here, look at this one.
Hey, James Brown.
There you go, Apollo.
There you go, hey, Apollo.
Wow.
Hold on, I'll show you a couple more here. Oh, look, here's another one. Look.
They're all later.
That's why he
Hey,
does such
yo.
a good impersonation, you know?
All
He
my-
lives outside of Philadelphia. Those are
That's
all
how he
around.
nailed the impersonation. He bought the record.
Oh, look, here's some Liberace. Look at this one.
Oh, wow. Cut it out, will you? Yeah, what are you doing?
Fuck you. You fucking showed your shit. Now I'm showing mine.
I didn't share nothing. Fuck. River Rocky.
Suck it, Bobby.
Don't say
Yeah.
it, Bobby.
All right, bring it down, John.
All right.
I won't wow you with any more of my.
Hey, what was that song
you.
you were talking about? The Blind Lemon Jefferson tune?
I don't know if it's Blind Lemon, but the Crawling King Snake. That's definitely like one from the 20s, 30s.
They got the Black Snake Moan.
Black Snake Moan is Blind Lemon, right?
Yeah.
Crawling King Snake is definitely
This is the one I got. It's early blues.
Oh yeah, I have that one. Yeah.
Black Snake Moan. The Black Snake
Oh!
Moan number 2.
Good
Hey,
evening.
what's up, brother?
I love the chat, and I've been enjoying what everyone's showing just because, like, I'm a 45 guy myself.
Hell yeah. You see those?
I have both those songs from different artists, Randy. There's, those songs are sort of classic, blues
Yeah.
and shit like that, eh?
Everybody did everybody's songs back then, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they were just songs in the air. You know what I mean? You weren't necessarily
Right.
even covering. They were just like handed down. People playing in clubs. You'd hear them
Yeah.
just passed around. Whoever wrote them, we don't even know half those.
Or
old ones.
on the front
Half the
porch,
time,
you know?
Half
Yeah.
the time they put their own take on the tune too, eh? It
Yeah,
wasn't-
you grab a couple
Okay.
couplets, and
Got a bit of history for you, then I can add in because at King Records, you'd have songs come out both in country as well as R&B. Exactly. Sid Nathan wanted to make money off the songs, and he figured, why not? We'll just cover both markets anyway. So make a country version, and we'll make an R&B version of the song. So, like, that's why one called "Why Don't You Haul Off and Love Me" got to be such a big country and R&B hit
yep.
because Wayne Rainey
One of
did
the-
the country
one of the-
version.
there
Yeah,
was-
one of the rare examples of a blues cat covering a country guy.
Well, there
Yeah.
was actually a lot of crossover tunes back in the 50s and the 60s. There was all kinds of crossover tunes. Actually, Otis Redding's first tune, "These Arms of Mine," that was a country hit as well as a pop hit and a blues hit, right? That's my favorite.
That was right around when Ray Charles did it for his, making that album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been going through a whole bunch of the ones that I got at the record show. I got Arthur Alexander. I've got Boyd Bennett. Got Joe Bennett and the Sparkle Tones at Black Slacks. You mentioned Big Maybell earlier. It's a Savoy promo. Baby, won't you please come home? Backed with Say It Isn't So.
Yeah. I like Big Maybell. She's got quite a voice.
And Bobby Sox and the Blue Jeans, one of the earlier ones. Not too young to get married.
Yeah, I remember that.
The guy covering, or the guy that Santana covered a couple times, Willie Bobo, Evil Ways. Wouldn't hear for you, Bobby. James Brown, get up off of that thing, but from Britain.
Yeah. All my James Brown stuff is real early, eh? I noticed you got some 45s up on the wall behind you there on that thing, underneath the albums.
Bobby, the house is full of 45s. They're coming out of the toilet.
That's all he's got.
I'll tell you what, more people are collecting them, Bip.
Yeah, because you can't afford the albums.
Well, yeah, true enough, eh? And not
I don't know
only,
if you can see this in the corner here, Bobby.
oh, Christ, yeah. How many do you have?
Number one fan.
I couldn't even tell you.
That's why I put them together. These guys are the future of VC, John.
I got about 4,000 of them myself.
I'm probably somewhere close to that, but
Well, it looks like you got pretty close to it right there. I'd say you got 1,000. Pretty close.
I'm not that far from you, actually, Bobby. I'm in St. Catharines, so I wouldn't mind bringing you down here at one point, and we could trade off 45s or whatever. I've got to go through
Bobby,
these.
Get on your bad motor scooter and ride. Man.
Do you have a non-smoking house?
Can you see these guys on the fucking scooter? Darren's on the back of Bobby's scooter.
Yeah, he's like his piss is frozen to Bobby. Come on,
We're there.
But yeah, that's there's a shitload of the records. I've and that's just a small touch of them, but I finally got a couple of good Otis Williams and doing good with the Magic.
I got about 4 or 5 of Otis's 45s. I played them on one of my channels. I played all my stuff. I mean, I've been here 13 years. I've had 7 different channels, 5 Bobby Gasses. But I don't just show records, I play them.
Yeah, Bobby, I'm surprised you didn't make that Davy Strange Names video today. Did you guys see that? The top 5 people in the vinyl community that have the most videos, and everybody like Trish, Derek, who else was in there? 4 out of the 5 have been in the VC a long, long time. And then there's Mazzy. It's been in 3 years, and he's got 1,080 videos. Can you imagine that? 3 years? That's...
Well, he does it every day, and he gets money for him, Randy. He gets.
Yeah.
I asked him one time how much money he makes, and he said it averages to about $800 a month.
Oh, you can go read my comment on there. I know all about it.
I can only imagine.
I was kind of kidding when I did it, but he's probably not reading it that way.
What, you did a video recently?
No, there's a channel called Davy Strange Name.
Well, hang on, let me mark this down.
Yeah.
Davy
Strange Name.
Davy Strange what?
Strange Name, one word. But anyway, he's a brilliant mind, whoever it is. He does this shit where they kind of.
Did you see the Michael
Make
45
fun of-
farting
yeah.
one?
That was great, man.
Oh, this is the one I heard of that lampoons everyone.
Yeah. But anyway,
Cool.
Michael 45 was on there doing a video, and he kind of like, and he's like,
And he coughed to cover it up, and so they slow-moed it and amplified it.
and
Then they replay it, and you could see it in slow motion. I'm going,
and he kind of jumps up too, like,
Oh, this guy likes to make fun of people. Is that it?
not really, in a
I
good
guess
way.
a little bit, but like, I
It's
don't know.
it's in good humor though.
Is he mean?
No.
Okay. I don't like mean people. I want to slap them in the head.
Oh, you don't want to see the one about you then, Bobby?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can take it. I know I'm a little fucking wacky weird or something like that. That doesn't bother me in the least. I can't help it if you people are normal.
He's got about, I don't know, 7 or 8 videos up.
I do a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that, Bobby. Are those ripped from your records, or are you getting like them from other sources?
Well, I use it all, right? Actually, what I try to do is I try to get, I want them to sound good, because if I just play a record, off of my stereo, it doesn't sound that hot, right? So what are those things called? Lost wave, right? So most of my videos, or I'd say 20% of them or maybe a quarter of them are what I play off of my stereo, and then I try to juice them up, right? I forget what it's called, one of them Patrick things, right? But then I'll get lost leaders or lost waves or whatever they're called, and I'll turn them into a wave file, and I steal everything, right?
It's all right.
That's why they call him Bobby Gas 6 or 5, whatever.
What if I pay for my internet, and if it's on the internet, I own it. I don't give a fuck about these copyright guys. Get it off the internet then, If I'm paying for it, it's mine as far as I'm concerned. Lawyers, they got everything fucked up, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, because I was asking because I started putting a video together, but to play one of the restored 78s that I did from 1927, and just sort of give a quick little history of what it was about, and then play the record, and kind of want to catch some tips from other people that post music. So it's like
beautiful.
Check out the Vinyl Archivist. He does all that. Like he'll clean up scratchy.
I do that too.
Yeah.
But I do hard case stuff. Like he won't do a 78.
No.
And I'll do a broken 78 because I did one. It was Tito Puente. Who got Santana covered him. Oye Como Va is Tito Puente song. But I have one back here that's broken, and I pieced it back together and recorded it, digitized it, cleaned it up. And that's one that I want to turn into a video as well.
I remember back in the 90s, I bought this PC kit. It had like a long cord in it that would go to your turntable, I believe, or maybe into your receiver. Anyway, and then it goes into whatever. But it had the software, and I was telling Patrick about it because he had the same one, but he said it's like a dinosaur now.
Yeah, but Patrick could name the whatevers and whatnots, right? He could put a name to them, right?
Yeah.
I can do that too, but it's just mine's long form like that. I just got to plug in because battery's about to die.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, I
Excuse
still
me.
have that box up there in the attic, man. It's pretty ancient.
I think I'm allergic to 45 talk.
Well,
That's right. We forgot this was Aaron's
Somebody,
channel,
somebody
but,
else. Somebody else lives here, Randy.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, you want to talk about the new Celtic Frost box set?
The what?
Exactly. Exactly.
The what? No, I'm not into that box set shit, or I'm not. I got some of that kind of stuff, but I'm a record guy, right? 45s and albums, from the 60s and the early 70s. That was my era, right? I mean, sure, I got lots of music from the 80s and the 90s, and in the 2000s, like that, but
Hold on, I got you.
Motorhead. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Look
So
at Lem.
what
look
is
at
it?
Lemmy.
It's just the single?
You're muted, John.
Sorry, guys. It was an Ace of Spades 12-inch from, I think, 1980. Could be 81.
And what else is on it?
Back with Dirty Love, bronze.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, it's
I
pretty
like that.
funny.
That's
Yeah, I
neat.
like
Let me.
All right, Kimba. Take care. Thanks for coming by.
That's Lemmy,
Hope you
man.
feel
Come over
better.
here, sit on my lap.
Hey, John, I was sharing with Aaron
Later,
earlier
Kimba.
that I'm going to go see Triptychon in March in Houston. They're going to be part of that Hell's Heroes.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
Band,
dude.
Best, Demon, Razor. It's Pretty sick lineup.
You hear that there's a new
Demon
Triptych
from
album
England,
coming out,
the old.
Eddie?
Yeah, the old Demon from the 80s. What was that again, Aaron? Sorry.
There's a new Triptychon album coming out, Eddie.
No, they're playing all Celtic Frost.
No,
material.
but I'm saying Triptychon has a new album coming out.
Oh, they do? Well, wow,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on that because those sell out pretty quick, and then they're pricey.
All right, let's get back to that 45 talk. So,
Please.
You want to speak?
just kidding. I've been watching a lot of those videos of that one guy. What's his name?
Alex Dickey?
Alex Dick.
Who was the bassist for Metallica? The one that died?
Oh, Jason. Oh, Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff Burton. I've been watching a lot of those videos with his dad showing his record collection off, you know.
Yeah, his dad's
Pretty
fucking
interesting
yeah,
shit,
showing
man.
showing his collection.
Yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
one of them? Did he die when he was 27 years old? Is he one of those guys?
He might have been younger.
24.
Yeah, he's real young.
Yeah, I remember that death. I remember the whole thing.
Yeah,
Like I was
they
a
were
big
showing
fan.
that they told the story that they drew straws to get the best bed. You know, the bed up front was the best one, and he got it. And they got in that rollover accident or whatever, and they all went to the hospital. They thought, Cliff's always in there sleeping. You know, he's probably sleeping. And then they came into the hospital and they told the band members he died, and they were like freaking out.
I remember the initial news reports because there was no internet. It was just like you got blurbs on the radio, and we knew they were in an accident. And then like a report came, one of the guys died. And I remember we were saying the next day because it still wasn't released. We're like, I hope it's fucking Kirk or I hope it's Lars. I don't want to lose Cliff or James.
we could have done without Lars. They were picking up the bus, right? The crane was picking up the bus, and it fell back down on him again, like a second time.
Yeah, I think he fell out the window as it flipped and it landed on him. You know,
Yeah,
it was horrible. He was the guy who kept them grounded, I think. But
he was the heart of Metallica, definitely, man.
he was at least, I don't know if he wasn't the heart of the band, but he was the guy who kept them street level, like not going lame. Like he was like
everything
the
that they
denim and leather
were
kind
was
of guy.
essentially was. It was essentially because of him. Everything they were, that
Well, he
classic
changed-
feel.
He changed their sound, you know, with
Well,
his bass
I don't know.
player.
He joined after. He wasn't the original bass player. They had their thrash
2 years,
sound,
2 years
but
later, right?
he was much more like keep it in the clubs, and you know, I don't know. He and Cliff Burton and Trouble were the only two guys. The band and Cliff Burton were the only guys who had like that '70s aesthetic going on in the '80s.
Yep. Wearing bell bottoms.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah,
look
they
at it,
don't give a shit
Denim
like
jacket.
denim and
if you guys watch the videos where his dad's showing his records, you'll see why, man. I mean, he had a ton of Thin Lizzy albums. I mean, a ton of
He
them.
did. He was classic rock all the way. That's where all that killer bass solo stuff comes from, and that killer rat sound he had.
Yeah.
Metallica didn't have that shit before he showed up.
But he was also
My opinion is he
classically
was the heart of
trained.
that band. He made them what they were.
his dad
He
was
added a
saying-
lot of that classic feel, John, is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
But I mean, and I'm not arguing with you by saying this. It's just a side note. But like all those early '80s metal guys grew up on '70s classic rock because that was all that was out there. You know, like they were all Aerosmith, Kiss, Nugent, Black Sabbath. You know, and I'm not trying to
What made them
say
play
that.
faster was a band
No,
like
no.
Motorhead.
Yeah,
Motorhead is really influenced a lot of those early thrash bands.
yeah. Especially Lars was he was like the president of the fan club, I believe.
You guys,
That's all the second and third tier stuff that was out there, you know, that whole time.
you guys,
It's amazing. It could have been picked up, and you know, just little influences everywhere.
Yeah.
do you guys know Noisy Spectrum Lee?
I do, yeah.
He told me one time, he said that me and Lemmy would be super duper buddies if we ever got together. He says they're very much alike. I says, to him, well, what do you know? You only met me once.
Probably right.
Or twice, pardon me. I met Lee twice. I sold him some Motorhead albums, actually, right? 3 of them. They were the Canadian pressings. Were a little weird. He's a big metalhead. Lee is a big fan. He gets into an awful lot of Eastern European bands, metalhead bands. That I don't know how the hell he finds out about them, but he does.
My brother's into a lot of that. He goes to the Wacken Festival every year too in Germany.
Oh wow.
There's Nikki. Nikki's back.
Who's this?
Hello.
Richard Dolan?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, Bobby, I got to make a trip to Toronto very soon because I put in an order with a company there to get a whole bunch of different supplies, like for tape as well as records. And I got to drive up to the place and pick it up. It's somewhere in Toronto.
Where do you live?
I'm in St. Catharines.
Oh, you're a Canadian boy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He said that 20
He said
minutes
it like
ago,
7
Bob.
times.
25 minutes ago. wasn't
He
it?
invited you over his house. Jeez.
Where the fuck were you?
That's okay. I'm the one who's
Well,
going to drop the milk too.
Oaken's kicking in.
Give me a call. Email me. You can get my email on my channel. Just email me, and I can give you the particulars, and we can hook up. Maybe have a meal and go digging or something like that. I ain't going to do it all day because I got a bad back, But that's not a problem with me. I mean,
Hey, Darren, I can tell you right now when you call him, he's going to say, "Who the fuck are you?" I have no idea who the fuck you are. Man.
yeah.
Are you a copyright lawyer?
What's your first name, Record Hound?
Darren.
What?
Darren.
That's Darren.
Darren.
Darren. It's an Irish name.
Spell it. Spell it.
D-A-R-R-E-N.
DADDY.
Call me daddy.
Somebody spell it in the comment section. I haven't got my ears.
I can just type it all in there.
His
That's
name's
I typed it
Darren,
in.
Bobby.
I typed it in.
It's Darren.
John,
I don't think Bobby heard a fucking
It's
word. we
not
said
John.
tonight.
It's Darren.
Darren. Oh, okay, Darren. All right.
John, Darren, whatever.
Ah, fuck.
And here, you guys were talking probably for like 2 hours, and like you hadn't heard a word
Right,
about that.
John?
Your new name is Flounder.
Who the fuck is this? This John?
Why
I
Flounder?
thought I was on Rachel's stream. Who are you guys?
Flounder.
Whoops.
Come on, leave me alone. I'm sick.
Look what you did. You scared John
Oh.
away, Bobby. What the fuck?
Poor Darren.
It's John, Eddie.
John's below you.
Why Darren though?
Randy, are you working or are you already on vacay?
Sporadic, I'm waiting for jobs, and it's really messed up because the job I'm supposed to start at a big job, right? Harbaugh, right? The coach of Michigan.
Yeah.
It's right next door to his house, and
There he is.
now they're putting it off till the 15th of January. So, but I got a job coming up next week. It's nice to have some time off, but when you're off too long, you feel kind of guilty that you're not working.
I'm waiting for not work, Randy. They did opposite.
It is nice, man. I could deal with retirement quite easily, man.
Oh, it's wonderful, Randy. It's wonderful, man.
You and Bobby can go pick up smokes at the Indian Reserve and hang out,
I got another 10 years though. I got to
film the
keep
ducks.
going, man.
Bring an old loaf of bread with
That's
you.
what I was telling Bobby. I think at 51, I got fucking 20 years before I can lay it, hang up my coat.
Yeah.
I'm looking to put myself to work.
Maybe
Kinda
Bobby will hire you to clean his 45s for him.
There you
$2
go.
a record.
I can play him dirty. Doesn't matter to me. I can play.
The dirtier, the better.
Nice, John.
I do sort of an easy.
Malia, I think you're a little too old to come up here. Sorry. 73 and lower is what we're shooting for.
You want to make $5 the hard way?
Meet Nick under the bridge.
Who is a kid? I seen her on one of the streams. She's just a kid, a good-looking kid, mind you, but she's just a kid.
She knows her shit. though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Music
everybody
is
here
good.
knows their shit pretty good. You know the area you're into in any event, right? I can't believe some of the stuff some of you guys come up, the little intricacies of what you know and all of that. Your memories, I'm telling you. None of you did drugs, I can tell you that.
Well, we don't do oxy, Bobby. That's the trick. Don't do
No,
oxy.
I did.
Bobby, I was
I
getting
loved
drunk
it.
when I was learning that stuff. So really,
I told that story. We used to go to one of the local bars after work, you know, and there was about 6 of us. We pile in these little booths, you know, and I was sitting next to this guy, and he's kind of like sitting back, his head's back, and he's just like drooling all over the fucking place, you know.
Oh, shit.
And I look over at him. I'm like, "Hey, Brian, you on oxy right now?" He's like, "How the fuck do you know every time I'm on that shit?" Pretty damn obvious. But I seen on Facebook he quit, and he quit drinking. He's cold turkey, man. You know, for I don't know how long, but
Ooh, cold
Yeah.
turkey off opiates. It's brutal.
that's,
yeah, he hit it pretty hard there, man.
oh, man.
That's
When
a
I gave up drinking, I started helping other people. But one thing they wanted to do was quit smoking as well as quit this, quit that. And it's like,
You
Just-
got it. You got to
You
have
know,
the
like
ways.
Time.
keep smoking. You know, that'll drive you fucking nuts. You'll be back out before you know it. Just
That's how people die, man. They quit cold turkey on all that shit that quick,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
goes into
Happened to Lee
shock.
Perry. Lee
You know,
Perry gave up marijuana.
I got a friend.
Is that what killed him, John? He quit smoking weed.
I got a friend
Forever.
whose mother is
Forever. And he gave up
Hey,
smoking grass.
she's
Months later, he's
93
dead.
years old. I got a friend whose mother is 93 years old, and she went to the doctor, and she was worried about her health. She's a smoker, and she says to her doctor, "Should I quit smoking?" She smoked about a half a deck a day.
At 93, fuck no. Keep
The
going, man.
The doctor told her, "Don't quit smoking." He says,
Yeah,
"If
that
you
would-
do that your whole life, don't quit smoking."
That's what I'd probably say to you, Bobby.
No, I know that. I know that. I'm a firm believer in doing what your body says is okay. If your body says, I don't know, well, you know, I stay away from shit like that, right?
It's the genes in people, man. Everybody's different.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. Absolutely. It's your genes, man. Absolutely.
I
I mean,
think
The way I've lived my life, Randy, I should have been dead a lot of times, believe me, you know, or crippled or something like that. But it's the Irish genes in me, man.
You're like
Well,
Keith Richards, man.
Well, you were doing
walking
when
miracle.
Bobby had his
He's a former
procedure.
brother.
When Bobby had his heart worked on, he was doing great there for a while. He just decided, nah, this is too boring.
Yeah, that's right. You
I
got to
don't,
live
I don't
like
want clean living.
No, well, actually, I knew I had to settle down for a while. You gotta, when you have an issue with your health, you have to recuperate. You have to get healthy again before you go back. But you can't. I know guys that had the heart attack and then they're still smoking fucking and drinking fucking a month later, right? As heavy as they were. And I was telling a guy, that's stupid. You got to let your body heal, man.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
my business partner's younger brother. I think he passed away at like 55, but he was
damn.
he was a heavy smoker. He drank a lot. Usually it was beer, but he'd have a fucking steak every night, you know. And the doctors told him, "You're doing 3 things that are going to kill you like really early," you know. So he didn't do any of them, you know. And he had a massive stroke. He survived it. I went and seen him
Wow.
when my dad was dying in the hospital. He was like on the 2nd floor, so I went down to see him, and he got out.
How much
kept going.
motor function did he lose? Could he move his arms and legs?
Yeah, the only thing he couldn't do is like swallow. He had to have like a suction tube, you know, for a while. But he was all right when he got out. He was
Well, that
okay,
wasn't
but then-
that
but
wasn't
he kept,
a stroke then. That wasn't a massive stroke then, Randy.
no. The second one when
Oh.
he got after he got back home, he did it again. I remember when my business partner got the phone call. You know, he's like, "I got to go, man. This isn't good." And he never came out of it. You know, just. But I remember he was telling stories to me about when he had it. He was going to get mail, and he said his vision went to like all these stripes. He goes, it's almost like when you're watching TV late at night, you know, and it goes off program and all those lines come down.
Yeah.
He said that's what it was kind of like, but in a different pattern, you know, and shit like that. So he just kind of froze out there by the mailbox, and I guess the neighbor had to come over and call 911 and shit. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when you smoke a lot, you know, a couple packs a day, and you drink, he was probably drinking 12-pack or more a day, and then you eat a steak every night, you know, pure red meat. Yeah, that's not good, man.
Yeah. Come here for your medical advice, people.
Yep.
And dental
We'll
advice.
put you on the right path.
Brush your teeth.
You got to live life, Aaron. What the fuck, man?
Oh yeah. Actually,
Well, yeah,
I got
well,
fitted
it's-
for
Especially when you're young. You know, when you're young, do it. So when you're old, you have nothing to.
You got
regret,
memories.
really.
You got memories.
Yeah.
I got
got-
plenty.
like,
I got
I don't
plenty.
wanna
Of, I
die.
got plenty of memories.
Yeah, I don't want to die today, but if I did, I'd say like I did pretty good. You know, I did better than a lot of people.
I remember this guy. You ever watch that Stoner? You know, Stoner's Manson channel or whatever.
I know
He
it.
had
I don't want.
He had this guy on there, this older guy. He's a older cat, wore this, you know, like a driving hat and shit. And he gave some advice one night, and he says, you know what it is? You young kids got to realize that you got to live out your life, and you got to make your liver last that long also, you know. It's like, you got to balance it out, you know. Bring it back if you're going too much, but
Yeah, not just liver, but knees. You know,
Yeah,
back,
everything.
everything. You gotta face
Yeah.
it.
and that.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I
whole
got a
thing-
lot of years left. I got a lot to do still. I can't be abusing myself right now. I got a lot to do still. I got a lot of catching up to do, and I don't want to end
Yeah,
up.
you don't want to be mentally alert and want to live life, and your body start failing
That's
on you.
exactly right, man. I fucked
Hey,
off
that's
from 40
what
to
happens
50.
to you. That's what happens to you.
That's
When
what
you
happens
get
to
old,
some people. It doesn't happen to everybody.
Hey, you either listen. I've been to all kinds of funerals the last 30 fucking years, believe me. And what happens is you either croak, you go away, you know, you get sick for 2 weeks and you die, or things start to slowly go on you. Your hearing, your eyes, you start getting little sprains, you know, all kinds of shit like that. Believe me, you know, I don't know anybody that's my age or older that went through, you know, these last years of their life without having, you know, physical problems. Your body breaks down, right? The only thing you got to watch out for is you don't want your mind to break down. You know, that dementia and things like
Yeah,
that.
but what happens to most people is they get tired and lazy, and then they don't live life. You know, like what happens, you start getting older, and I can see it happen to myself. Like, I'll just sit on the couch, I'll do this, I won't go out, I'll stay home tonight. You know, but if you still have the lust for life, you don't want your body to fail you. But most people get tired and they turn into old people before their body fails. You know, they're already
That's-
old.
Very, very.
That's when you got to be self-aware about yourself. You got to know that that's happening to you and fight against that shit.
I mean, it's
'Cause
just
slowly,
like
slowly happens.
it's just life. You know, it happens. You know,
Enjoy
you
it.
want to
Enjoy it,
you
Ron.
want to
Guys.
keep living as much as you can.
what I'm getting at is that I agree 1,000%. Monday, just a couple days ago, I got fitted so that I can have partials. So by February, I should be getting them. And the only thing since, you know, after that, I have to relearn how to talk and eat. That's all. No big deal.
Your
And-
teeth are good.
And what you're talking about with the mental health, mine actually is the opposite way, because I didn't grow up with very good mental health. And a lot of shit that I did as well as went through just didn't work. And it's only in the last little, like, handful of years that I've finally been able to switch that around, give up the drinking and do whatever else I have to keep, you know, instead of just offing myself in one way or another.
Well, it
That'll
gets
live it up, and actually the weed's helping keeping me just anxiety free.
well,
Yeah,
And
music's the answer, man.
music helps, because I picked up guitar only, like, you know, 7 years ago.
Look
And
at Eddie. Look at Eddie up there trying to figure Darren out.
I need more
What the
information.
hell is
Darren,
this
more
guy
information. My prognosis will be incomplete without more information.
Hey, I'll tell you.
No,
I
Darren,
like
guitar
I
is
like
good,
taking
man.
care of
Pick
myself.
I
up,
got
man.
another laptop, so I'm trying to figure out some of the settings, guys.
oh,
Let me save you from the pain.
I thought he was
I,
going to
uh,
slap you, Darren.
What are you playing, Darren?
pardon?
What are you playing? What kind of music you playing? Guitar.
It's just an acoustic, and there's a story behind it. The reason I call the thing fiddle is because I got it from a guy named Phil, and I spell it with PH, so it's fiddle be filthy, because usually it is. But I use that thing when I go out for walks out in nature or whatever, because it helps keep me calm, and it's the exercise that I kind of need.
Yeah.
And practicing while I'm walking and playing, and sometimes trying to sing at the same time, that just
Yeah.
that can make your day so much better if it wasn't starting off as a good one in the first place. It's
Yeah.
just those self-care things that have come up and I've had to learn all these years. But you talk incense, I do that. I have this little house.
Birdhouse, for instance. Oh, nice, eh? Yeah, I got it. I still got one stick left of Randy. Randy sent me some incense years ago. I still got one stick left there.
Would you send him dragon's blood, Randy?
Well, save that one for the funeral, Bobby.
Smoke comes out of the chimney.
I use them when I gotta have maintenance come in here for some reason or something like that, and I don't want them smelling the pot, so I put the.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure that they won't figure it out.
I think the cigarettes will take care of that, Bobby.
Oh, just incense. This guy isn't a smoker. The walls were yellow. Ashtrays.
The digital restorations that I do, like the hard code stuff, zapping scratches for me is relaxing. Just if I got a movie on or videos or someone's channel and I'm going through videos and I'm usually zapping scratches at the same time, or fixing broken thumps that you'd hear on the recording. And
Yeah, it's good to have a hobby, even whatever it is. You have something to
yeah.
look forward to, something you're working on, something you accomplish.
I
And the
found
thing-
these at
I didn't know what kind of videos I was going to start doing, and I started messing around with video editor on this computer and seeing if I can just do something simple and then just play one of the restorations and maybe put up a little blurb someone might want to read how I actually did it.
Darren, you know what? Get Windows Movie Maker. That's probably one of the easiest things to use to make videos and stuff like that. You can make your own. Oh, you use it, do you?
It suggested it, so I'm going to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a freebie.
Hey, I found these at a thrift store a few years back. But what year do you think these are? It's self-lighting incense.
I'll have to make you big.
Self-lighting incense. Wow.
Lighting.
That's got to be 16.
I'm sure those are illegal now, whatever they are.
And,
Leave
got
them
like
in your
a
trunk in the summer.
side of the box, you just strike the edge
Oh.
on them.
Yeah,
and then light 'em up.
it's got some
I found-
magnetic.
Yeah, I found like 3 packs of those. Same thing.
We're going to
wow.
find out later on that Randy burned his house down.
And Bird's house with self-lighting incense.
That's right.
Should have
Yeah,
gave them out during. Should have gave them out during Halloween.
It tells you the flavors right there.
Oh wow!
Well,
No, I
99
like-
cents.
I
Yeah,
like
that's-
that some of the scents are yellow and green.
Narcissus.
Jasmine is green. I like jasmine.
Oh, I like
They look
Love
like
Me. Is that the
Candy
Phantom?
corns, man.
No barcode, so it's definitely early.
Yeah, there's
70s.
nothing on the back.
That's
Yeah.
like 70s.
Is there an
man.
address on there?
Made in Taiwan, Republic of China.
I
Maybe
don't
Taiwan and Mexico.
China. Yeah, China's a little later. It would have been Japan then.
Got
early.
asbestos in it.
I'll bet you they're
There's no
Wow.
address anywhere on there. No
mid
company ad.
70s or something. Yeah, just the look of the font and everything. looks
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
Bet you they smell like crap now.
I don't know. I'll have to try one.
They probably do, Eddie.
Spark one up. Spark.
There's no company address on there,
They're
really.
sealed.
Yeah, light one now, Randy.
I'll open one of these. Yeah,
Yeah, like one of them mothers. You got 3 packages, for Christ's sakes.
What do you do, like Three Stooges and rub it across your forehead and it lights?
You do it off your tooth, like the old matches. White tip matches.
what is this? Let's listen. I like the sandals. Sandals.
Like a pack.
Do it off your tooth.
I used to light matches like that.
I don't know how you get these things out of here, but all right, here we go. Ready? Let's see if this thing works.
This is riveting.
Green side up.
Hold it up. We can't hold it a little higher.
Oh, I got to get it out first. All
There
right.
you go.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Goes
Nice.
up like a flare. Oh,
Let's see if it burns.
Yeah, it will.
no, it's dead.
No, it's gone. Oh, that's definitely sandal. Oh, there it goes.
Nice.
Thing's
Nice.
gonna blow up, man.
It'll burn.
That was worth 99 cents.
Yeah, I like that. Very good, Randy. Very good.
Good. Yeah, so now we got a bunch left here.
There you go.
Think of the money you saved on matches or a lighter.
That's right.
That's right.
You
Use them like a
fucking genius.
Hanukkah.
But like, what was the mark? I know why they didn't take off, because anyone who's incense is going to have matches or a lighter. You're not camping and bringing incense.
Right.
Only real hippies do that.
That's right.
Oh wait, there's a little note on the bottom here. What's it say?
We used to take all the match
Do
heads.
not use indoors.
We used
Help
to
me!
take all the
I'm
match
imprisoned in China.
We used to take
Get me
all
out of
the
here.
heads, break all
Is
the
the-
red match heads off. and put
Seriously,
them
is
in
there
a
no American address on the company?
No, it just says all it says at the. Well, let me see this paper here. Yeah, it just says made in Taiwan, Republic of China, instant action.
Do not use indoors.
Harmful to
Right,
record.
one thing.
Do not ingest.
That's weird. So that's like a straight import. It sounds like,
Yeah,
Sure, they're not suppositories.
lights like a match.
Stings like a bee.
Yeah. I should probably keep this little thing to cover them up. Yeah, I got a whole box of incense in there.
Candles.
Just go
do you
nuts.
have
Just
candles?
light them all up at once.
I was going to say, light another one, Randy.
What is the,
Here, Randy's
the,
wife screaming, "What that stink?"
what is that? Narcissus? Never heard of that one.
That's
must be like
that's a
not
misspelled
really-
Chinese word.
Yeah,
Narcissist.
look at, no, it's
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah, I saw it earlier. Yeah, I think it's just Chinese misspelling.
No, it's narcissist.
Yeah,
how
it's
you say-
narcissist, but
that's
they
how you
misspelled
pronounce
it.
Oh,
What is it? What is it? What's it smell like?
It smells like love.
Love. No,
What does love me smell
Love me
like?
is red, man.
Well,
What
probably
does love me smell like?
a narcissist probably smells like body sweat.
It's probably patchouli then, right? Patchouli.
yeah.
But yeah, look at it. It's still burning down here.
Smells like Davis Winchester.
What was his name? I think it was Freddie or something like that. One of the funniest nicknames I ever heard for Davis was he called him Davis Dumbchester or something like that, right? That was funny as shit. Wasn't Freddie, it was that other guy that that they have a lot of problems with.
There's another one.
Yeah, Davis Dumbchester or something like that is what he called him.
Pre-code.
Yeah, pre-code, that's who it was.
Oh God.
That's one guy I'd like to punch right in the mouth, boy. I do not like him.
If I just had enough time, I'd make my rounds, and there'd be quite a few people I'd punch in the mouth.
Yeah, I knew a guy. He swore that when he was going to die, there was 2 or 3 guys that he was going to take a shotgun to before he coked, right? And this
Wow.
guy was a heavy-duty rounder, right? I don't know if he died he had a heart attack on a shitter, so he never got a chance. He didn't know it was coming.
Who's this, Elvis?
No, it was a guy, but no, I won't mention his name.
He was around her though.
I told you about that job I was just on. Her daughter's, her son died in the bathroom.
Well, that's how a lot of people get heart attacks, is on the crapper.
Well, don't push so hard.
Well,
Just
that's
let
exactly
it happen.
Straight or something like that. When I had my heart attack and I was in the hospital.
That's right. That's right. Don't do that, Randy. Just gotta let it happen.
That explains the hemorrhoids, man.
Oh, look at Darren's cabin. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I like that.
That thing's on fire, man.
Is that made out of wood?
No, yeah, it is for the most part.
Yeah, that's.
Don't fall
That's
asleep.
Another item that's no longer legal.
Made in Taiwan.
No, actually made in Tennessee.
It's made out of incense.
That's killer,
Yeah.
man. That'd be a good Christmas decoration.
Wood.
Yeah, it's just an incense burner, and that's what it's for.
Spray
Sleep
some
well.
snow on the roof.
There
Patchouli.
used to be stones around this, but they all fell off. But no big deal.
Everybody wore patchouli. Miss Huey, everybody wore patchouli oil back in the late 60s, mid 60s, man. I mean,
Even in the 80s, Bobby.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's a
In the
nasty.
90s and early 2000s, go to Austin.
You could smell that stuff a block away on
That's a nasty smell, man. I don't like that at all.
Listen to Bobby, his discerning taste for scents. It's just some things Bobby does not like.
Well,
That's true. You know, we're all like that. Come on, there's things you don't like. You don't like 45s.
I don't like the smell of 45s. I'm okay with 45s.
I don't know where I heard it, but I heard a comedian say it a long time ago. Women light incense to create nice smells. Guys light incense mostly to cover bad smells.
I must be a little of both then, Darren.
Exactly. Same here.
I better put
I'm
this
a little-
in my,
That's right. I'm wearing a skirt right now.
I like smelling flowers.
I got to put this in my Johnny Ramone army.
Is that an ashtray?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's an ashtray.
yeah.
Is that paint on top or on the bottom?
It's like one of those rubber.
Oh, okay, all right.
On the bottom.
Okay, well, I got a couple here, Aaron, that might make you smile.
Oh, yeah. Some Buddy Miles.
And
When I seen Buddy Miles, he had the biggest goddamn drum set I ever seen, right? It was fantastic. It covered half the stage. He must have had 30 drums.
And he only uses like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Photos only.
Hey, you're a drummer. I put up what the hell was the name of it? Dogs Part 2 by Mooney, the Who. You ever hear that song?
Yeah.
He wrote it, right? You know that tune by Mooney? He goes fucking nuts on that tune. I just put it up the other day, right?
Did you?
Yeah, he goes nuts on it, right? As soon as I put it up right off the bat, I was thinking of you. I remember them videos you used to have with your band where you guys would be practicing and you'd be playing the drums. I was calling you Sticks back then.
Sticks.
well, there's one that I'm pretty sure, because I'm starting to get some of the BCLT together. If I'm going to get a whole bunch of mailers, they got to be used. And I don't know if this would be of any interest for
That's Spirit, ain't it?
nope.
Mash McCann. Oh, yeah, I've seen them guys a couple of times.
You think Aaron would like that?
They're from Montreal. Well, I don't know. They've only got 1 or 2 decent hits on that particular album there, right?
Yeah, but the drummer for this band ended up in April Wine.
I thought it was Anton LaVey, actually, not Billy.
Well, that's,
and his brother.
They're from Montreal, Mash McCann.
That's why I never heard of
Oh,
him.
yeah. I know Mash McCann from the train tour in 1970. They were on that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they played Toronto a lot.
Festival Express, right, Bobby? Festival Express.
They were on a lot of gigs here in Toronto. They were on the Beggars Banquet concerts. They were up at the weekend of Woodstock up at Mossport Arena. They were up there. Led Zeppelin was supposed to show, but didn't. But there was still a lot of great bands there. I mean, when you got a weekend concert, you got like 15, 20 bands, right? Beautiful. That doesn't happen anymore, does it? Where you get that many bands?
Yeah, festivals.
Festivals.
but it's not the same. Not
Well,
at
this is one of those ones I was wondering if I should set aside for him or not. But yeah, it's
Pamela-
sort of, you know.
Take care if he's leaving. Is he leaving? Someone's leaving. Oh, Malia's leaving. Okay.
She's putting on her granny panties and going to bed.
Happy
Isn't
birthday,
it
Malaya.
today?
Happy birthday, kid.
Gotta catch the early bird special tomorrow.
She's got 2 minutes before she hits 74.
But seriously, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'm going to send you one of them bullet bras from 1948.
All right. I dig those.
I'm sending her a Springsteen album.
I swear to God, John's fucking serious right now.
Happy 2-4.
I remember them. Never mind. I remember them kind of bras.
They're still around. People wear them.
Really?
Madonna.
Girls, I hope.
Get shot down by them. Yeah, well.
Well,
Recent restorations I was working on, is it Real Bostic?
oh yeah.
Quality.
1951.
Is that Canadian?
Yep.
Yeah, quality on the King. Yeah, that's Canadian. I gave away all my 78s a couple of years ago because I didn't have nothing to play them on. I had some pretty good 78s too. Early rock and roll from the early 50s.
Weren't the American quality on blue, like a blue label?
They had the LP labels were with the blue silver print, and mono was purple maroon with silver print.
You know your shit, Darren. Were you in the business or something? Record business? You sell records at a record store or anything like that?
I helped out at a record store when I was in radio, and much later I was helping out at record shows around the province.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And I'd love to get back into that because you want to talk about finding shit all the time, you know.
Well,
It's just
down that way, certainly, right? All the smaller towns down that way. You come to Toronto, though, man, and I'm telling you, it just isn't the Toronto collectors. We're a city of 6 million people, but everybody comes to Toronto to collect too, right? So
That's why there's like 4 shows in Toronto.
Well, yeah, prices are big.
A year, and that's a lot, you know. Like you can have to go to any city every weekend and be in a different town and selling records, and then picking up records. Just
Here you go,
finding
Darren.
shit everywhere.
Here, Darren, check these out, man. Look, I got some 78s.
Oh yeah, Decca, hey.
Oh, Louis
That's
Armstrong.
early 50s, late 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
40s.
Louis Armstrong, Jody, man.
That's big band music, no?
That's Louis Armstrong, that one.
That's big band music.
Yeah, there were some clean ones I picked up. I don't.
That's
Teresa.
50s.
She was a little cutie.
Yeah, it's a pop one. Pop tune, yeah.
Yeah, she was a cutie, Teresa.
Look at that. Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
Okay. The bingo.
Oh, that's Bing Crosby. All right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
His record, White Christmas, was the largest selling record till Elvis Presley fucking cut him out of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Rudolph the
Bing
Red-Nosed
Crosby.
Reindeer. Gene Autry was another big one.
Yeah.
Judy Garland.
Oh, there it is. It's coming in. Judy Garland. I
I
don't
had,
know.
I had a number of Judy Garland 78s, along with some of them that she was singing with Mickey Rooney. One of them, Mickey Rooney, was a million seller. I couldn't believe it.
I can't see that one.
Mersey Dotes, and Lamsey Dotes, and
Yeah, it's Irish. Irish.
That's a Bing Crosby Pop Hope tune. Oh, the crescendos. Oh my, there we go. That's
That's
what
a good record.
Oh, am I up with you guys? Can I hang with you guys now?
Maybe.
Who's that? Bingo.
Bing,
The
yep.
Bingo. The Bingo.
Long Eagle?
You're in pretty good shape too, Aaron.
Yeah, these are super clean, man. Yeah, I picked them. I kind of. This is Frank Sinatra. This is Frank Sinatra, Day by Day.
Frank, on what? What label? Is
Columbia. That was Columbia.
Columbia. Yeah, it's what it seemed to be.
It was the right name. It sounded really good.
Columbia.
I like Frank.
Oh, the Andrews sisters. Yep, whooping. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
I
You
got a
could melt
couple cool
those
things.
down
around.
and make lacquer.
Right. That's what we did with most of the broken ones. We poured denatured alcohol in there and make stain out of it.
Wonder if you can take like shellac from one of those shops you can find it at and use it on broken records. Never thought of that, but I just try and balance them all together so it's not going to damage the needle as it flies over it. You know.
Yeah, they break pretty easy, don't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
break.
Yeah,
But
there was a whole
piles
bunch of
of
those. I think I was painting somebody's garage, and I saw a whole pile of them in his garage. And most of them were broken, really fucked up. But I did cherry pick a few out of there. That was a while back.
Yeah, most
my-
of the stuff is in the Northeast. You know, there's just nothing good here. You know, it's all like pop, like big band and pop.
Yeah, that was the
Down
you gotta
south
go
is
down-
where you want to go for.
Yeah, you got to go
stuff.
down south. You know, if you find the Charlie Pattons, that's where you could retire.
I think my favorite is that that Jody man. That
Yeah, if you find a Charlie Patton tune, no kidding, you're going to retire.
Yeah, I
19
think
Hey.
like this Louis Armstrong one. It's called Jody man.
records from the 20s, Charlie Patton. Now, you got either one, you can buy a house with it.
Oh, even if it's playable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the early guys that, you know, when you talk about the early blues guys from the 19 teens and the 20s, Charlie Patton's, there's two or three of them. What the one guy, Fuzzy Lewis, Charlie Patton.
Furry Lewis. Yeah.
Furry Lewis. Charlie Patton. And what's the other guy, Bip, that got the 1920s recordings?
Blind Lemon Jefferson.
Yeah, Blind Lemon.
Blind Lemon had a couple.
He had a bit actually. It was another guy. He only cut like
The
three.
Wolf learned how to play guitar off of Charlie.
Sunhouse cut I think 3 back then.
He
But
never
there's
got
another guy too.
Any of the Mississippi John Hurts, if you find those, you know, from like 1928 or so.
It's funny, people don't realize like Robert Johnson, he was playing oldies music when he was around. Like he was already like out of date. Like Robert Johnson got hip in the 60s, like people liked him, but when Robert Johnson was actually around, he was already behind the times by 10
Well,
years.
that album, that first album of his, I got it, an original Canadian copy. I think that was 63 or 62.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one was 1969 or 70. I got an OG of that one too, eh?
hey, Charlie wants a link, man.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck that guy. Go to sleep on your porch, Charlie.
I like Charlie.
I don't know him, so I can't say anything.
A lot of snow. I bet you he got a lot of snow. We were supposed to get some snow here in Toronto, but I'm right down in the lake. It's raining. So every
rain here. It's miserable.
yeah, it's raining where I am.
Yeah,
but
we got a ton of rain last night.
somebody
man.
he might have got like 6 or 8 inches tonight and tomorrow morning, Charlie.
It's supposed to be freezing rain here.
Yeah. Well, that's a big storm. That's a huge storm, right? Coming up from the States, right? It's huge.
Yeah, I think we're getting 2 inches tomorrow.
Of
Are you
rain?
getting snow already?
Yeah, we're supposed to get
2
snow.
inches of rain tomorrow is what they're
That's
saying.
a lot
that's
of
a-
rain, man.
John,
The
it
snow-
rained from 6 this morning
lot
to
of rain,
about
man.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
the
probably
snow's
getting
right
that.
behind
It's
it.
raining already. I'm hoping most of it's going overnight. But
We
Jesus.
get 2 inches in Toronto. We get all kinds of floods in certain areas.
Yeah, it's like Dakotas and stuff like that. They got over a foot, and then out there in the Sierras, they got like I don't know what it was, 2 foot, 3 foot, somewhere in there. It was a lot. Not like
I heard Buffalo about that last one.
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo got killed, man.
But at least a lot of that was gone pretty quick.
Yeah, but they're saying that snow's supposed to hit us tomorrow or late tonight, tomorrow morning. But it's supposed to go for a while, like till the evening.
Well,
So
it's
it's going to hit all of us.
a huge. I looked at it on the radar. You know, the thing's huge.
Yeah, it's
Nothing worse than snow. I can't take it. You know, like you got to shovel, like spend an hour shoveling before you even go to work. What a drag.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to love going big snowstorm, man. A big blizzard, get a couple of feet of snow.
Yeah, when I was 8, Bobby. When I was 8.
In my 20s, when I just put on my fishing waders and walk up a creek valley or something like that. Eh? I love the snow and the bush and all of that. You can see and hear everything in the wintertime. That was when I was a young fella. Now that I'm an old man, Christ, I just spent.
Yeah, the last 5 years, we've only had I can count on the hands like when I had to bring the snowblower out, but we don't get it. So I look forward to winter. I don't have to mow the lawn and all that shit. But then you get those days with a ton of snow out there. You're like, son of a bitch,
Yeah, snow.
It's
Snow
almost
for the
a
guys
practical
usually
joke
just-
sometimes where it's like a fucking foot or 18 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
you're just
yeah.
shoveling pounds of weight. Like, it's just fucking water. Like,
A lot of heart attacks. A lot of heart attacks.
That just means that it's a 4-letter S word that nobody wants to hear on TV or on the radio or any of that shit.
Yeah, I think I paid like $600 for my snowblower, and I haven't used it in so long, because if it's only a couple inches, I'll just shovel. It's easier.
Well,
And
get out and do other people's places. Make yourself a couple of bucks.
I usually do my neighbors.
Aaron
and
Griffin, come on up.
everybody's
You can change the
free.
conversation.
But
Just
anyway,
hanging out. We're not
anyway,
trying to
it
entertain.
wouldn't start last year, so I took the thing into the I knew it needed carburetor cleaning, but I didn't have the time to do it, so I took it in. It was like $350 on a $600 machine.
Oh, that's nuts. Yeah, you could clean that yourself
I'd
easily.
have sold the fucking thing right off the bat. You know how many?
But then you're going to pay $1,000 now for the same machine. I mean,
I just bought
I
a
could
brand new one.
do it. I just didn't want to deal with it.
I got a brand new one sitting down there. I haven't even put gas in it yet, so it's not going to snow because I bought that.
Well, what he
motherfucker.
told me is he said
You'll use it. It's better to have it than not have it.
he said run it out of gas at the end of the year, and then
Yeah.
there's a little plug down by the carburetor. You got to take that screw out and drain that shit. That's what
That's right. You got to
kills
get the
car,
gas out, or what happens is when it starts to dry, it turns into
Yeah.
turns into crap. Eh? Well,
I put a cap of what is that? It's not
you just-
extend.
Well, you
The
put
one that makes
stable
it
in
look-
there. If you put
Yeah,
stable,
stable. I put
Or
a
if
cap
you put-
stable for each tank.
if you put a fuel stabilizer in there like Techron, you don't have to worry about draining it.
Yeah.
I already tested it. I run it before the winter. Make sure it's all going.
Stable's great. Techron works good too, and that's a cleaner. That's also a detergent. So that
See, John's getting into the conversation now. That's good, man. Snow blowing.
Yeah, I did. I redid my lawnmower this year. Like every year, I'm like, I got to get a new fucking lawnmower. I just took it
Yeah.
apart, and it's back. It's like new again.
get a Briggs and Stratton motor on it. That's what you need for lawnmowers. Briggs and Stratton motors. You need good
Honda,
motors.
man.
Never even heard of that.
Honda's the one you need.
Briggs and Stratton, best one.
Yeah, for the last 7 years, I've been telling myself I got to get new blades or sharpen these.
Yeah, I got new blades. I got them off Amazon. It was like $12 or something. And I'm saying, I got to sharpen these blades. I went online. It was like $12, one bolt. Like, why didn't I do this every year for 30 years?
Right. Makes a difference.
$12 only? Wow, that's hard to believe.
I might be exaggerating, but it wasn't more than 20. Just for blades.
No kidding, eh?
They came in the mail. In the old days, I remember my father sharpening them on the grinder. And like,
Junk
Yeah.
now? No,
Remember that weight or that balancer that you had to put it on to make sure?
yeah.
you didn't
I
take too much?
did do that. There was I
Yeah.
forget how you did it in a pencil. I think it was.
Yeah.
You could balance. I can't remember how I balanced it. You check on the pencil, and you grind a little more on this side. Or
I've got this
I actually
Little-
did. Actually,
little metal
I
clip.
did grind it and sharpen them. I did do that before I bought new ones.
yeah.
Randy's right. I got that same triangle. You balance so you know the blade's
Yeah,
balanced.
it's like a Christmas tree on a stand, and
Yeah, I think you could
take
do it on a
one,
nail on the wall too. Like
yeah. They had it down back then, man.
I just buy it, and when I had to use them, I just bought a new one. When the old one didn't work, I just buy a new one. There's all kinds of guys that sell them secondhand, right? Used to buy them for $50 for Christ's sakes. buy another one, 4 or 5 years later when it broke down, big deal.
Yeah, that's the way it is nowadays. I mean, everything's just thrown
Nothing's
away.
built. Yeah, nothing's built to
Let's face
last
it.
for.
In the old days, they made stuff to last your lifetime. Now everything is, parts, right?
I know a guy
I-
that drove only Lincolns, but they were at the end of their life. So he'd drive the thing right into the ground and then go get another one that was, near the end of its life. That was a millwright, so he knew what to do every time it broke down.
Right. That's when you could work on them, Nowadays, you can't work on this shit.
Shit, we used to work on cars. That was a pastime for us kids long before we were old enough to drive. You could buy cars for like $25 in them days and fix them up, and drive around. I mean, insurance was unsatisfied in them days. I think it was $25, right? Unsatisfied means that if you get into an accident, you got to. But if you got no money to pay the guy for the accident, that's his tough luck.
I remember when I had my car, it was broke down or whatever. My dad was over there fixing it, and I would just be screwing around. He's like, "Get your ass over here! You gotta watch
that's
what I
how
do."
I was.
I ain't gonna do this forever for you.
Yeah, that was my mistake, not spending more time with my father. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, my old man spent a lot of time with me, man.
My mistake was spending too much time with my old man. I should have cut it way back.
He liked taking me on golf tournaments, and although he never, I played a lot of sports. He only come to maybe 3 of my hockey games. I was lucky though. One game he come to me in the hockey. I got a hat trick and was called up to junior hockey by a scout that particular game. Baseball, even when I was adult, me and my 2 brothers were on the same team. We won all kinds of championships. Steve played for Canada in the World Fastball Championships, a free trip to Hawaii. My old man only come down twice, and both times he come down, he was in the stands booing us and yelling, making fun of us all the time, right? I think that's why he didn't come down all the time, right? My old man was a kidder, right?
I remember. Here's a good story. My brother-in-law, right? So my nephew was playing hockey for. I can't remember. I think it was a AAA team at the time, and he was a defenseman. He was coming around the back of the net to get the puck, and he got laid out by he's laying down on the ground. The puck's going the other way. My brother-in-law is up on the seats, and they got the rail, and he's screaming. I mean, veins are coming out the side of his head. And he's screaming to his kid, "You better fucking be dead if you're laying down there." So Scotty got up and started skating back the other way, man.
Some of them parents hockey games were fucking ridiculous. I mean,
that was the first game I went and seen him play, and Kim, my wife, was there, and she's like, "Geez, Louie, you're a little rough on him, aren't you?" And Scotty he's pretty upset after the game, but that's how his dad was, just always on it.
A lot of parents want to relive their youth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I knew a kid like that. He ended up a California State Junior Championship, the champion. But it was his old man made him golf every day, and he actually moved from Canada down to California so that he could get the kid to play more golf. Instead of our season up here. And I was one time, my old man and me and his old man and Bud. I wasn't playing golf. I was just watching. And one time, Bud, his name was Bud, Brad Lucy. One time, he's talking. We're buddies. We're laughing, having a good time, hanging behind the adults. But Bud was a good golfer, a 70 shooter at like 13 years old, and he hit a bad shot. And his old man walked back the 20 feet because he was with my old man. Walked right over to him and slapped him right across the face. "You pay attention to what you're doing," and then turned around and walked away like that. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Right, had a couple of tears come out. Right, and he drove a Corvette Stingray over one of them hills in San Francisco when he was 17 and broke his neck. And the guy who was with him, nothing happened to him. But they had him in the paper. They said he was going to be the next Ken Venturi, who was, a famous Frisco golfer, right? He won a U.S. Open. He was, he was a pretty good golfer, Ken. He would have been and he was a good-looking kid, loved the girls. He'd have been a
The
pro.
only golf I know is the one that has like windmills and dinosaurs and bridges. Like,
You could drink
I
a
never
lot of
golfed.
beer
I
there.
never knew anyone who golfed.
Were you a pool player, Bip? Did you ever shoot pool?
Only hanging out in the bars. I would never call myself a pool player. I played pool with the Ramones, though.
I shot
my one
lots of
claim to
pool,
fame.
Bobby. I shot pool from my early teens up into my early 40s.
No kidding, eh? What are you?
I had an Italian cue, a Meucci.
Oh, really? I had my
Yeah.
own pool, too. I played. You ever heard of Freddie Pepper? No, you wouldn't. How about Hurricane Higgins?
I know. Yeah, I know him.
I played pool against your Hurricane Higgins at our club when him and Davis, the two English guys, they toured North America. I think it was 73 or 74. They toured North America, doing shows and shit like that. And Hurricane Higgins was in there. And we had a lot of Toronto champions and a couple of Canadian champions in this pool hall. And when the guy says, okay, somebody, he was doing some exhibition shit. And he says, okay, we need somebody to play him now. Nobody would play him. And he kept bugging, for 3 or 4 minutes, and nobody would play him. And there's like 30 or 40 guys there, right? So I says, I wasn't a bad pool shooter. So I says, I'll play him. So he was, I never
Isn't
seen
he more like a snooker player than a
Yeah,
standard?
he was a world snooker champion.
Yeah.
He won it twice.
My uncle was pretty good. You ever heard of Willie Moscone?
Oh, yeah. He was your uncle, right?
No.
He wasn't. Well,
He was a loudmouth gambler, what Willie was. Pretty good pool shooter, though.
I remember
I
back in
want
the
to get back
70s,
into
man.
shooting again. I'm thinking about getting a cue and shooting again. I actually miss doing that.
Remember back in the 70s, like NBC Sports or whoever covered it was like bowling and then pool, that was big, man, or Evil Knievel,
Yeah.
Do you remember when he tried to jump the canyon? I watched that. That was live, on NBC, ABC, one of them channels, right?
Yeah.
And whoa.
Yeah, he didn't quite make it.
He never made it.
No.
Not even close, man.
No, not even close.
He was
Halfway.
a badass.
A little
though.
more than halfway. He might have gone 2/3.
Yeah, I think he actually bought that section of Snake River just so he could do that.
We got our local radio station here in Ann Arbor, and they do like the old vintage commercials. I think I might have said this here once, but anyway, Evil Knievel's there, and he goes up to these kids. He goes, "Hey, you like to ride?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we like to ride." He goes, "You wear a helmet?" Sometimes, And so Evil says, "Sometimes." He goes, "Let me tell you something." He goes, you can hear him. He's slapping the kid. Does that hurt? No. Does that hurt? And then he whacks the kid over the head. Does that hurt? He goes, wear a helmet.
Really, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know the old jazz crooner? He was like a hip guy in the '60s called Buddy Greco.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So Buddy Greco, this is like our one story. Like my best friend, his parents were into jazz. They're older people, but they were friends with Buddy Greco. So anytime Buddy Greco came into town, they'd meet up with him or they'd see his shows. They were just fans, just regular people. But so my friend and his three brothers, they're a modest family, but they had Buddy Greco over for dinner. It was a big fucking deal. Buddy Greco's a huge star. It's like the '70s, and it's the night Evil Knievel is jumping Snape Canyon, but they make a big dinner and they spend money and they all the boys, dressed up nice. Buddy Greco's coming over, everyone on the best behavior. It's like a big star coming to the house. And Buddy Greco gets there, they make the dinner, and he's like, Evil Knievel's on Jumping Snake Canyon. And he takes the dinner and he goes in the living room and turns on the TV. And they're all sitting there eating. Like they had this thing planned for like a month. And fucking Buddy Greco's in the living room eating alone watching Evil Knievel. And they're all like, fuck this guy.
It's nice to be a star.
It was like a running joke, like Buddy Greco, like throughout the band days. And like, it was a running joke. And we were in Vegas one time. We were at this old bar and we were talking to this bartender who was telling us all these like mob stories and he was talking about all these stars. And my buddy goes, "Hey, what about Buddy Greco?" And the guy goes, "That motherfucker!" Like, and he starts cursing and yelling. And he says, he went and called his father, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, like, we were in the bar in Vegas, and they didn't have kind words to say about Buddy Greco." And he's like, "Well, he's an artist." It was so fucking funny.
I think I got a 45, Evil Knievel 45.
Oh, cool.
Somewhere around here.
Is it him crashing?
I don't know what it.
But I mean, you probably have a 45 of two ducks fucking.
He's multiple variants.
Yeah. Different colored wax.
Different colored quacks too.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that joke. Why do you ask? Two dogs fucking. That Indian joke. You ever heard that? I won't tell it out here, but it's pretty funny.
No, don't tell me. There's too many sensitive ears here, Randy.
Yeah.
Too many pansies.
Yeah, you don't want to upset anyone's delicate sensibilities.
Here's that first man on the moon, 45.
Was that a movie?
Yeah, it was done by Stanley Kubrick. Remember that? It was broadcast all across TV.
Narrated,
There's a movie, First Man on the Moon.
narrated by Hugh Downs.
But yeah,
Remember
that's
him?
what I got. That's the same one I got.
He was a game show host, wasn't he, Hugh Downs?
No,
Yeah.
he was a
No,
news,
he was a news
broadcast-
guy.
newscaster.
News guy too, yeah, but I think he started out as a game show guy.
Well, if you're bringing up personalities, one here that I'm scrubbing because it was just totally filthy. It's Charles.
Who? I can't read that. You have to read it, Derek.
Charles doing coochie coochie.
Oh, Cheryl.
Oh, Love Boat.
Oh, yeah.
Gucci,
On the cell phone label too.
Gucci chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly she was a hell of a musician though.
She was hot.
She was married. She was married.
She ain't hot now.
She was married.
Kugat.
Very-
Kugat. Xavier Kugat. She was one of his later wives. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so this has the Ballad of Evil Knievel sung by John Mahoney, and then Y from Evil Knievel is on the other side.
Why?
Y.
What is it?
Why'd you buy that?
Is it him singing?
Why not?
Is it him singing?
Voice. Just talking.
No, he ain't singing, I don't think.
This was 1974. Evil doesn't sing, man.
Of course, it was 1974.
He rides. But yeah,
When did Evil
what
Knievel
is
actually start jumping? Like in the late 60s, early 70s?
No, he
I
was
imagine he was
early,
probably like a
mid-60s.
I think it's
hot
an
rod,
interview.
yeah.
I think it's an interview, like why he did it. And
It was the early 70s when he did that jump.
Yeah, but he was jumping early 60s.
Oh, yeah, of course he was. But the one over the canyon.
He was a middle-aged man.
That was
by
like
the time he
70.
was a
That was like
star.
74, I think. Snake.
Yeah,
River was
something like
around
that.
there.
yeah, he's broke every bone in his body.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember he used to do those infomercials before he died, and it was some sort of zapper to get the pain out?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
Because
It was
his
like
hands
late
were all
night.
fucked up. Yeah, yeah. He wore them copper bracelets and all that crazy.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's right.
I mean, yeah, 'cause I had a broken hand, and when it gets damp, like cold, it hurts. I couldn't imagine having that all over your body.
Times
man.
200.
Yeah, exactly, man. Crazy.
I had a broken hand when I was a little kid, and I had to have a cast on, and it got like itchy as hell underneath. And
Yeah, stinks. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing they tell you, don't stick clothes hangers up there. But that's the first thing you do because that thing itches like a
Oh,
shit.
dude.
Especially
I
had
broke
mine
my
on in
arm.
July,
I got hit by a car when I was young. I got hit by a Lee car, by the way. If you Canadians who know what that car is.
Well, that explains it.
And I broke my arm. I broke my right arm, and they put a cast on it. And this fucking douchebag that lives next door, Harry, he dumped sand down my cast when we were wrestling. And I went in the garage and I cut it off with a fucking saw. And my mom came in and freaked the fuck. It was only like 2 days old. They took me back to the hospital. And I had to put another cast on there, but it fucking hurt, dude.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
I just remember when they took it off, man, and all that dead
Aaron-
skin and the stink, man. It smelled so bad, you know. Good
Yeah.
Lord, it smelled like a hockey bag, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your gym bag, huh? Ah, I remember
I
that
might have been
smell.
7, but I can never forget that smell. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a good one, isn't it?
no, no.
Yeah, I loved it.
A hockey bag ain't fun, that's for sure.
Hockey bags are the worst. My God.
Yeah. Well, hockey rooms too. Oh boy, they smell pretty bad. At least I can remember anyhow, right? Some guys, hockey socks, never change their hockey socks. To wash them or nothing like that. Never.
I think the worst was the gloves, man. They just
Everything. I was a hockey dad. My son played hockey and like fucking laying that shit out in the lawn. You're
let
trying
it
to get the
bake.
sun on it all. How ripe that bag was, and then times it by 20 in that locker room, or dressing room.
All them teenage juices, eh?
Even when it's 30 degrees, I'll get it out of here.
Yeah. I remember my nephew would come up to me after the game, Uncle Randy, and he put his hands like over my face. Like, go take a shower, you pig.
I didn't have showers in most of the hockey
No,
rooms.
hockeys didn't have showers. There was no showers. It wasn't like football or something.
It was just a bunch of benches in a block room. That's
I've
all.
never seen a
We
rink
had
with
'em.
a shower, and I've been
We had 'em.
to 50 rinks.
Yeah, we played it where USA Hockey plays, so they probably had the nice ones,
I played down at Maple Leaf Gardens 4 times, and we didn't have a shower in our room. I mean, they got more than Maple Leafs.
Because the rink time is precious. Like, as soon as the game's over, you got the hell out because there was the next team's going.
Yeah.
As soon as the Zamboni went around, they ice time is not like a field. Grass is just sitting there all day.
Ice time costs a lot of money nowadays, too. What did it cost you to get that kid to play hockey for a year, you figure?
Big money.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy now. I know a divorce.
And the equipment,
I know a divorce lawyer, and it's an automatic. If your kid plays hockey, it's an automatic that that the judge gives $10,000 just for the kid to play hockey for the winter season, right? $10,000. I couldn't believe that when I heard that. I just can't cost $10,000 for all the equipment and shit.
It doesn't cost $10,000 to play regular hockey, but once you get on the club teams, that's where the money comes in.
Well, and then the kids, man, every year their equipment doesn't fit them, so then you got to buy new shit, and that's expensive as hell,
We traveled by buses. When I was in junior hockey, we traveled by buses or by car, right?
Yeah.
Those days of going on the streetcar or walking to the arena to play a hockey game, they were over for me by the time I was 12 years old. But I loved it. I used to hitchhike with my hockey equipment. The arena would be like 2 or 3 miles. I'd walk it, right?
Yeah, we got a pretty nice one by us here in Ann Arbor. It's got 3 sheets of ice in it, and USA Hockey played out of there, and then they moved.
That's
to,
a different size rink then.
Yeah,
that's a
they have one
Olympic
They
rink.
have
is
one
different
Olympic.
size.
They have Olympic rink, and then they have 2, the standard ones. But and then USA Hockey they moved down to like Plymouth, where they're in the OHL Whalers, Plymouth Whalers, Ontario Hockey League. But fun times. I love playing hockey, man.
Great game.
I just couldn't. I played it till I was about 45, but then I was just getting too beat up, man. I mean, I was getting injuries, and then I couldn't work, and then you got to work in the morning.
Did you get into many fights when you played, Randy?
Nah, not much.
No, really, eh? So you back down when somebody elbowed you or give you a spear or something like that, eh?
No, I was pretty much an asshole on the ice, I really was. But
my earpods died, so I'm on the computer. So if it echoes, let me know.
All right.
It ain't echoing.
Good.
yeah,
I used to lead my team in fights, Randy, every year I played. And I'd lead them in the scoring end too, right? That's no bullshit, right? But I didn't mind fighting at all, right? If somebody did something wrong, I punched them.
Yeah. I mean, there's always scuffles, but it wasn't, I never got in any of the big brawls. I wasn't that big either, though. I was a lover, not a fighter.
I couldn't play with this shit.
Nobody on the other team, fella. Don't give me that horse shit.
I still have all my stuff up in the attic, I mean, from when I played, not too long ago. And I just can't.
What kind of skates did you play with?
Hours,
right?
I mean, they're probably outdated now, but they were pretty nice then. But all that stuff the bag's still open up there. And every time I look at it, like to go clean shit out, I'm like, I just can't get rid of it because you never know. Pickup game.
What kind of a hockey stick did you use? Did you have a favorite?
Yeah, I like the Brett Hull curve, but I changed so many of them, I still probably have 15 sticks up there, all one piece fiberglass, But yeah.
Yep.
But I'm sure all that shit I got now is so outdated.
Well, the stick.
John.
Click the link.
All right, I'm going to go, guys.
I think I'm going to flip out of here, too.
Nice
All right.
talking to you, fellas.
Thanks, Bobby.
Peanut
Later,
gallery.
Bobby. Later, Darren.
Thanks, Darren.
Here's Bobby.
See you guys.
See you later, homie. Later
All
on,
that
Bobby.
hockey talk, man.
There you go.
And then there was 4.
Not for. I don't think. I think we're going up one again.
5 guys walking to a bar.
You work tomorrow, Aaron, or day off tomorrow?
No, I got to work tomorrow and
Yeah, I gotta
Saturday and Sunday.
I'm glad I came up and had a couple beers because I was fucking burnt today.
Yeah, this is my 3rd weekend in a row, Eddie.
Yeah.
Dude needs a break. I
Yeah,
really
I worked
fucking do.
last weekend, and this weekend I went in. When was it, on Tuesday, and I got caught up, so I don't have to go in this weekend. And the doctor leaves tomorrow. He's going to Israel, so next week will be pretty light.
Sorry, Charlie.
Rick and roll this, John.
I gave him a government mule link.
Is that what you did? All right, cool.
That's cold. That's cold, John.
I figured he'd be happy over there.
Yeah, he'll like that.
He did ask for a link.
I didn't send him
specify.
up some like Space World,
You got to specify,
I
Charlie.
thought he was gonna like click on and be pissed and say, "Oh, this is a pretty good show."
Send me a link. John's like, all right, he likes government mule. Fuck it, here we go.
I got to remember that one in the future. Send me a link.
I figured I have about 5 or 6 minutes he'd be watching before he got angry. But
That's great.
Oh man, Malia, you'll have to go back in the.
oh, she's officially 23. So happy birthday, Malia.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Malia.
Yeah. Go wash your bloomers.
That's right. Eddie sees all the big racks coming out where he works. Plastic surgery.
I work for an orthopedic surgeon, not a plastic surgeon.
Big feet.
What is that?
I see a lot of bad broken
Bad
bones. Those is one guy, young guy. He was jerking off at work, and
What?
he was jerking off, fucking around, and
Broke his bone.
he tripped in the forklift and ran over.
Oh man.
Oh, dude!
I thought we were talking about somebody that was into feet, and I thought you literally meant jerking off at work.
Nah.
So he's under the
Screwing around.
forklift,
Oh.
choking the chicken.
That's right, and it rolled back on his foot.
That was his immediate reaction.
I'm like, oh, I know some dudes
Well,
like feet.
and then the thing is that the fucking idiot. I mean, this tells you how young he was. He was telling everyone at work, "Oh yeah, we're fucking around." So the workers' comp may not cover.
Wow.
You're not
It
supposed to
wasn't
tell
an
them you were doing that.
You're horsing around,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're supposed to say you're hard at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These things are great, man. You know, I put them in for about a minute, and they're already 47% charged.
A minute.
Pretty interesting.
Are those earbuds?
Yeah, the AirBuds. They're not even the new ones. They're like an older one, but
Yeah, the
They-
Pros just came out not too long ago. I bought some for the doctor's daughter.
I wear them at work.
bought 'em,
Like,
man.
you
I
know,
went and
you
I bought
put them in for 10 minutes, and they're back to 100%.
Wow, that's
They
cool.
give you cancer. Those things,
Yeah.
John.
That's all right. I'm sure I'm going to get it anyway.
Give you
I
brain
cancer's
cancer.
the way I want to go.
It is.
Well, because
I
I want
wanna-
to be
I
able
wanna
to. I
go
don't want to have a
jerking
heart
off
attack.
watching
I'd like
somebody's
to be
foot,
able to
that's
say
all.
goodbye to everybody. You know, like get my affairs in order, have a little time, contemplate my life. I don't want to
That's
just
okay.
get shot in the head with a bullet. You know,
Right.
Fuck.
I can take the suffering. Right? We're men. You know.
Aaron, do you have any shows already lined up for next year?
You know, no, but I'll tell you
Okay.
what. The Static X is coming with that guy from Dope. I was digging some of their live stuff. I think I might go see that.
Malaya says, John, they suck.
Of course she
AirPods.
does. She's the Chris Mubahai Kai,
Right.
like female.
She
Mubahi.
wears them big
The
cans
new
with
one.
the coil wire.
I mean, and would you ever expect to say, "Oh, those are really cool, John"? Like, no, it's not going to happen.
Right.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
she's
see
too
Ant-
young, but I mean, we used to have wires. I'd have to have a wire plugged into
Oh, yeah.
into.
That's what I hate about this.
an
It's always
iPod.
I'm always rolling it over it with a chair.
Yeah,
What the
but
fuck, what the
I
fuck you
can't
trying to
work
say,
with a
John? You
wire.
got something against wires?
No, on a microphone, I got the same thing here. But like, if I'm working and trying to listen to things, and you got a wire, it is.
Yeah.
Do you, Aaron? He's got the big cans with the coil wire right now. Yeah, they were great. Like
Oh.
Krakow.
My first
Well,
show
I like it.
next year is Anthrax with Black Label Society and Exodus.
Yeah, I got tickets for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first show.
Oh, you know what I just checked out today, Eddie, on the Epicac channel on YouTube. They did the entire Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny. They did the whole album today. The Mr. Bungle one.
Oh, really?
Yep. It was fucking awesome.
I
Neil
bought,
Hamburger
Eddie,
came out.
Sorry.
Remember Neil Hamburger? The comedian?
Yeah, I remember Neil Hamburger. Yeah.
He came out and did like a set before they did the show. It was really there was
I-
nobody in there.
Yeah, that guy was great. They used to have like that was like a little trend for a bit where they have a stand up comedian like before some of the rock shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a show in the library, and there was nobody. There's nobody in the library, and Neil Hamburger comes out and does a set. He's got his like 3 cups of fucking. He's holding one under his arm.
sweating.
He's spilling it all over the place.
Yeah, we had a guy in Boston that was like that. He died, but he was a good guy. But he'd do these like jokes and like he'd like work like Johnny Winter into it, like hip rock stuff. But it was just awful jokes, and people would be what the fuck. But certain people got it.
It's like Dave, the pickup artist.
But Eddie, I did
Oh.
buy Metallica tickets. I've not seen Metallica since 1988. And
Yeah, they're playing in Dallas. Unfortunately, here in Texas only. That's
yeah, and it's a weird thing. You had to buy the 2 nights. They're doing 2 nights.
Yeah.
Like, and to buy the tickets, you had to buy both nights, and it's different sets. But I'm like,
and
I'll
different.
go
opening
relive.
bands, right? Different opening.
Yeah,
bands.
different opening bands, but I'll go relive the past, and I'd like to see Metallica again before I die. You know.
They put on a good show, and they've got a vast catalog that they'll play some songs that you'll like, and they'll probably play some of the songs you don't like. But
Yeah, I won't know
overall,
anything.
the
past-
experience will be a good experience.
Yeah, I won't know anything past Injustice for All, but I'm taking my son, and he likes it, so it'll be fun.
Who's opening with them right now? Metallica.
Pantera's gonna be one of the opening bands.
That's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Pantera. I can't remember the other night.
Have you all seen the
Who's
clips of Pantera performing?
No.
With you, Pantera?
I saw the still photos, but I haven't
Oh.
seen the clips.
They sound good, man. They sound tight. It's a good treat for people who didn't catch Pantera back in the day.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
Yeah, I was lucky enough that they were Texas, so they swing around San Antonio quite often. Sometimes they
But
would come in as the Cowboys from Hell. They would come in as Pantera, but everyone knew who it
but
was.
you knew them in the '80s. Like I remember them in the '80s. Like
I don't
more
remember the glam era. No.
I remember the glam era because then like 1990 showed up. I'm like, what happened to them? It's like a skinhead singer and like it was a completely different band. I'm like, they were like a glam band,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
terrible or anything, but
There was a really good interview I just watched on the Gibson
Yeah,
channel
oh.
with Rex Brown. They just did a really good interview with him, Eddie. You probably would dig it, man.
With who? With
Rex
with
Brown, the bass player from Pantera.
Isn't there a documentary on him or something? I saw there's like an extensive. I don't know if it's an extensive interview.
It's on the Gibson channel. I
Okay.
don't know. It's you never hear the interviewer asking questions. That's why I like that Gibson channel.
Okay.
I think they ask a question and then they kind of edit it out and you hear him talking the whole time. But yeah, I guess you could call it a documentary. It's more just like a general interview about where you
It's the guy-
started. And,
He's at his house, at like a ranch or something. where
yeah.
he's
He's at that cabin. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's really
Who's
good.
the guy doing the interviews? The bald guy from he was on what's that? Norm's Rare Guitars. You ever watch that channel?
Yeah.
He used to work for them, and then Gibson hired him. Now he does all that stuff. Mark Agnesi.
Did you see the? I don't know. Aaron's. Eddie's on there too. The Chibson. It's on Instagram. It's like this joke guitar channel. It's the funniest fucking thing I've seen.
The Chipson? No.
Chibson, but they're like it's almost like goofing like the way you'd goof on audio files.
Oh shit.
I can't explain it, but like it's so fucking funny. Like I mean, at least it was today. Maybe tomorrow it'll be lousy. But the guy built like a 4-foot whammy bar, and like they're just doing stupid guitar things. But you know the guitar like Steve Vai would use. It had that hand grip built into it, so it was like carved out. It was like a hand grip inside the guitar.
Yeah.
So they bought these little things that fill into it. They're like foam, and they fill in so it solids it. And he's playing it, and he's changing the colors. And he's like, "No, the fucking green sounds better than the pink." And he's putting it in. He's like, "Listen," and it's obviously the same thing, but he's like, "No, the pink's definitely a deeper tone." And I was dying, and like I had no one to share this to because like only certain people are gonna get this. But it was brilliant.
Yeah, the Chibson's knockoff Chinese Les Paul.
Yeah, that's where they got it from, but they're not really doing that aspect of it. They're doing like stupid musician, like guitar player jokes.
Have y'all heard of
Fucking funny.
cream guitars?
What is it?
Brand Cream?
No.
Never
Cream
heard of it.
guitars? A friend of mine from Monterey, I guess she's working for the Mexico distribution because she went to the Metal Fest they had in Monterey. And they handed Zach Wild a couple of guitars that they made on his style. So she took pictures with him, King Diamond, and a bunch of other stars, and she's loving this new gig of hers. Just like it's being like a rep and doing shows and promos for Cream guitars. I thought they were a Mexican guitar because she's in Monterey, Mexico. Like, is that a Mexican guitar? But they have a website.
Well, the thing is, they're coming out with all these guitars nowadays, and even the ones in China, like those Squire, what are they called?
SGs?
Classic Vibes. You ever heard of those Classic Vibes?
Mm-mm.
They
Well,
did.
they're all computerized now, so it doesn't really matter where the shop is. As long as you have a good piece of wood, it's the same program, and the computer's cutting it.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing you're paying for is the finish.
Right.
Yeah,
But they
and
had,
obviously the hardware, But you could upgrade the hardware.
Yeah, and they had one of those Andertones or whatever, one of those big stores over in the UK.
No,
They brought
Andertons,
out-
yeah. They got a
Yeah.
good channel, Andertons.
Well, they brought out all those Classic Vibe Squires, and they beat out all the $3,000 Fender guitars in sound. So there's no difference.
Yeah. When we were growing up, buying a cheap guitar was a cheap guitar. You couldn't
tell.
like the action would just bottom out after like the 10th fret or whatever, and it hurt your fingers. You could go and spend $200 and get a very playable guitar. And now, if you want to spend $500, it would be almost equivalent to like a $2,000 guitar. You know?
Right.
What matters not the guitar is who's playing the guitar.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page played on a Dan Electro, a Sears, a Sears or Montgomery Ward's guitar.
Those plastic ones.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I got to get up super early. It's fucking running on 1 o'clock.
Very good.
Eddie.
Thanks for allowing me to hang out with you, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron.
Well, I'll be around tomorrow, John. I don't know if you know, but my favorite Philadelphia band, Stinking Lizaveta, is going to be doing a live show tomorrow from Philly. And I snagged up an invite, so I'm going to be streaming them on my channel tomorrow.
Cool.
I think around 8:30. So stop on by. Maybe we'll do a little chat afterwards. It's, I still got to get up more Saturday and Sunday,
Friday,
so
yeah.
it doesn't really matter at this point.
I'll be around for that. I like that band.
Yeah, I'm going to spin a little music beforehand, Eddie, and then, until they come on, then we'll stream the show and hang out and have a good old time. So,
Maybe I'll
Eddie,
do
thanks
it.
for coming by, homie. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much for having me up here,
John,
guys. Y'all have
thanks
a good
for coming
one.
by. I don't. Looks like Hydra's going to be on Christmas Eve, so we won't be doing it then. But a couple weeks after that, we'll be doing Hydra 22, man. So that'll be on 2023, man. That'll be our next session.
Awesome.
Unless you guys are around on a Thursday, maybe we can do a session on Thursday, second to last.
The 22nd?
No, there's one more after that.
The 29th?
Yeah, 29. Yeah. So if you guys are around, maybe we'll do a
see where
set
I
on
am.
a Thursday.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good day tomorrow.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks,
Eddie.
guys.
Later, Randy.
Randy,
Later, John.
Aaron.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow for the show. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate all the support. Malia, happy birthday. Charlie. Talk to you soon, Charlie. Come on back tomorrow, Charlie, if you got a minute. We'll hang out. Nate, miss you. Thanks for hanging out. Eric, Gary, the other Eric. Who else? Aaron, thanks for coming by, Aaron. Appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you guys soon. Got to get myself some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow night, 7:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. Talk to you then.